What black community? It's a black environment with black women and black children in it.
Before she went to the Lapeef Network, you telling me she wasn't already popular in the black manosphere?
She was popular across the board because she wasn't black manosphere. She was just her own thing. She existed in the white manosphere.
Pearly was black for a long time.
She had black people around her. That's really what kind of got niggas' attention. Yeah, but that's in Britain. No, that's in the UK. Like, you keep trying to make us own this global black thing, bro. She was doing her own thing with those niggas over there.
No. Listen.
So Lucario and them are not Lucario and them not manosphere. So she hooked up with Lucario and them niggas first. And them niggas are not manosphere.
No, listen.
Steve the Dean, Lucario, them niggas not manosphere.
Stop it, man. Before she went to the Lapeef Network, that woman was already a household name. The reason why the Lapeef Network's numbers did so good that night, if I'm not mistaken, when Pearly Thing showed up on the Lapeef Network that Thursday night, their numbers skyrocketed. I think they was like at 3,000 viewers or some shit like that.
But that's an easy slam dunk, bro. Anytime a white woman talks red pill talking points and
you can't do that because they had white women on the Lapeef Network before that.
And that always leads to some sparks, bro. Anytime you bring a non-black woman in the circle, the girls get a little pissed,
come on, Bruiser.
The girls get a little pissed, bro. So you can't just try to manosphere that argument. That was catered for a particular outcome.
Yes, you can manage for that shit. You can manage for the hell out that shit.
Freezy, wouldn't be just because the simple fact that she's a white girl, she would bring way more viewership since it's a lot of them.
That's why them niggas latched on to it, because they were so busy putting down black women, and they was using white women as the what is it called? The
a foil.
A buffer. They were buffers for
listen. Y'all know how them conversations was going back then a lot of time. They were saying black women are more unruly and white women was more conditioned to to like be in marriages and relationships and all that kind of stuff. A lot of times, a lot of the black men were using white women as the what's the word?
As a weapon. We are weaponizing white women. Yeah. And
no, not weapon. No, they was using white women as the not prototype, but it was another similar word. Archetype, yeah, some shit like that. They was doing that shit. And so when Pearly Things came along, this shit was perfect.
Because it was warfare. It was warfare that they would
co-sign this white bitch.
Why is it a problem when the niggas get an effective weapon in the one-sided war that's been waged against them? Now all of a sudden niggas get a good fight back, and you just it's against the rules.
I know y'all don't think that's the first white bitch. That is not even the first white bitch the manosphere propped up.
Tell it, Taz. Go ahead.
Or did we forget Jessica X?
That's not a white woman, Taz. That's not a white woman.
She was a suspected white supremacist. That don't count.
No, we ain't no suspect, nigga. I'm the nigga that took the picture of the bitch when she had the camera slip. That bitch white.
Shit.
She had the camera slip. That bitch white. And manosphere niggas, I mean, we can start naming niggas if niggas want that smoke. We can start naming niggas.
Go ahead, man. To drop a name.
I'm just saying, family, like all these niggas was promoting this shit. And Pearly was just the second version of it. So yeah, the manosphere got both of them L's. For sure.
One name before I go. One day, baby, before I go. We're about to get drunk. One day, Tess.
One name for shit. We just do O'Shea. We just O'Shea. One of the
O'Shea backtrack. He tried to backtrack from that shit though.
Yeah, they was in love with that bitch Avatar, my nigga.
Yo, how true was that whole FBI list shit, baby? Because I never bought that bullshit, man. Like this niggas being watched in the F. To me,
that shit's real. That shit is real. The FBI watching. They were watching MGTOW, Red Pill, Manosphere. That shit is real, dog. That ain't fake. That ain't fake at all.
Why is the manosphere content more threatening to the system than this pro-black, black woman is God content. Y'all niggas get away with that all day long. Ain't no pressure on that.
Hood, you know why, Hood? Hood, you know why?
Though.
Hood, you know why? Because manosphere niggas have done shit in real life. If you radicalize men online, they will take it to real life. I mean, it's real. There's no way around it. That is Frank James, Hood. Hood, you know this, Hood. You know a lot of the talking points have been radicalized into real life.
The crazy nigga that had a meltdown, they keep trying to put a random crazy nigga.
Rick, he was in the manosphere, dog.
Do you want to see the proof of him being in the manosphere?
I know what you're gonna play. If you want to use him as a some evidence, go for it.
I will go through his videos. I'll show you his subscribers list. Like the man was manosphere, bro. He was one of y'all. He had 2 channels, Prophet of Doom, Prophet of Truth. He was one of y'all. There ain't no reason in lying about it now,
nobody.
Bro. Like,
he was like a nobody, though. Nobody knows he was blew up. Nobody heard of him until he melted down, bro. But that's the thing. He was looking for he was looking for something because nobody knew you. You don't your ideas don't catch on. So like the idea, because he was in the manosphere, he had a manosphere channel. Yeah, you and your 5 subscribers don't mean shit, bro.
Well, again, once the FBI start playing them videos and they saying that this quote unquote red pill network of different men and whatnot is causing a problem, they start roping incels in there. They tie y'all to Elliot Rodgers and all this shit. That's where the problem comes in. So when the FBI coming at the Panthers, the niggas full of shit. But when they coming at the manosphere, the word is God. Y'all niggas are crazy. I don't think you want to debate me on any of that. I mean, you might chill.
Did anybody got arrested?
Hell yeah, niggas done been to jail. A sheriff went to jail for killing his wife. And he killed his wife and his stepdaughter.
Why is that manosphere?
That's the example. What the fuck?
Some niggas killing wives every day.
That was not a random
wife is not a manosphere case, bro. Like
Hood, you my nigga. You gotta tell the truth. Hood, you gotta tell the truth sometimes, dog. CGA, Coach Greg Adams got investigated because of that guy. Sometimes we gotta tell the truth, dog.
So when he went to jail, they wrote it down. He's like a manosphere or whatever he was.
During his interrogation, it came out that I'm trying to tell you. During his interrogation, it came out that he was an avid watcher of Coach Greg Adams, and Coach Greg Adams even got investigated because of that shit.
I forgot about that one. Yeah.
I heard
y'all niggas. I'm trying to tell you, y'all don't know the history of this shit.
Let's connect some dots. So that guy.
Before you go, hey, Frizzy, man, hold on one second, family. I'm sorry. Yo, Frizzy, I'm out of here, man. I'm about to go get drunk, bro. Oh man, this is hold on.
That guy in Ohio that killed some cops because of his son, he's somehow connected to the pro-black YouTuber. He's somehow part of the pro-black YouTube space because he got his get that.
Bring that picture of again. You know what she looks like? She around the corner for you too. She look like your quarterback, nigga. She look like the quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars, man. Trevor Lawrence. That's a nigga, man. Hey, man, y'all have a good day, man. I think
all right, dog.
See, but that's what a lot of this stuff sound like. That's what it sounds like.
I want to know. I think people listen with bad faith, so they assume that's what I mean, but that's just not practical, bro. If anything, I'm trying to be practical about it. Niggas are not going around just beating up chicks all the time, but if you want a situation where a man has power over his affairs, then you assume he's going to be beating chicks up. I don't get that. And then on the opposite end, women are so abusive with the power they have, and nobody questions it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're correct. What you're saying is Pearly Things has abused y'all, and there's nothing you can do about it. You ended up in court, and she won. I got it.
Go ahead, Chocolate. God damn. Go ahead, Chocolate. Go ahead, Chocolate.
How can I go after that beautiful white woman? I don't know if I can take care of myself after seeing that embodiment of beauty that black men so lovingly held up on a pedestal. Yeah. Thank you. How y'all doing this Sunday day?
Man, if you don't stop that bullshit.
That accent was horrible. That accent was trash. That accent was trash.
Yeah, thank you. I ain't on it. I came up here to fuck with y'all because I had a question for Hood Service. But before that,
why is everybody picking on me? I don't want to fight with you, baby. I love you. They don't even know how much I love you.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Good.
You
What
got
the fuck? This nigga good.
Listen, don't
never
challenge
mind.
my strategies. Don't challenge my
That
strategies. I
goes
know what
to
I'm
show.
doing. Yeah, baby.
You're good.
Well, threw the whole game off real quick. It was so fun messing with these stupid people. Oh, let me fix my mic.
All right, there we go. Now, the reason why I jumped in just like that, because right away, you know, I smell bullshit. It's not like you came up here to give me a BJ or nothing like that. You know, I know you mean hostile intent. And the easiest way to kind of subvert the hostile intent, you ever watch dogs in a pack, and when the alpha comes around, say there's a dog kind of being a jerk or whatever, and the alpha comes around, and then the dog that was being a jerk, they like lay down on their back and show their belly. It's an act of like submission, right? And so I'm kind of playing the fake submission game right here for no other reason than to fuck up her energy, because she was just about to come in hot, and now she don't know which way to come. Maintain frame, niggas.
But before that,
why
just
is
wanna
everybody
make-
picking on me? I don't want to fight with you, baby. I love you. They don't even know how much I love you.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Good.
You
What
got
the fuck? This nigga good.
Listen, don't
never
challenge
mind.
my strategies. Don't challenge my
That
strategies. I
goes
know what
to
I'm doing.
show.
Yeah, baby.
You're good. Nah, you're good. No question needed then. You
Look,
answered it already.
Look, you completely
Thank-
blew it. That's what I'm saying. That's
Like
how
what
you
the
niggas
fuck
move.
is you said? Right, like
You
what?
completely
Why
fucking
did you
blew it.
just?
But hold on. But look how easy that was. Y'all niggas are so clever. Y'all don't see.
To blow
Y'all
it.
don't see how simple that was. All I had to do was say I love you,
No, that wasn't why I said.
No.
I didn't even hear
and
you
that
say
and that, and that
that.
totally
Weird,
knocked you
man.
off of what you had to say because I said I
No.
love you randomly.
No.
I'm like,
Stop
well,
lying
you
to these
see what
women
I
talking about
mean?
love them, dog.
No,
You lying
I
to
didn't
you
what I
love
mean,
her.
right?
You are
You fucking right, I'm lying. What do you think this is? You taking her serious, bro? That's your problem. That is exactly the problem. You took her serious before she even got there, and I refused to take her serious 2-3 days later. I will never take you serious, bro. You niggas don't really understand what's going on here. None of you niggas seem to get what's in front of you.
What's next? He
somebody
came up here to
rewind
ask.
the tape. Somebody rewind
Damn,
the
that was
tape.
an L, bro. That was an
No,
L.
sir.
No.
It's a no for me. That was not what threw me off. What threw me off was the blatant hypocrisy. I hadn't even said nothing to you, and you was already dancing on my head, sir. I don't want
What
to
do you
argue
mean?
with
You
you.
literally called me out. You said you want to ask me a question. I'm like,
I had
why
a
are everybody
question.
picking on me when I love you? That's
Okay, I
literally what
don't
happened.
want you. I don't want you
I
to
get
think
that.
I'm
I
picking
get
on
that. I
you.
get
So I
that.
don't. No question. That's why. Not because you said I didn't hear the love part. So sorry.
Oh, you rejected my love. I feel sad now.
Yeah. Well, that's what you wanted,
so
right? Because
sad.
you shut me down already.
Wait, I
Oh,
want
I
to hear
shut
the
you
question.
down
She
by
not allowed
saying,
to
You
have
shut
no
me down
rights.
already.
hold on. How I
You
shut
told
her
her that
down
she
by
not allowed
saying
to
I
have
love
no
her?
rights.
All I did was say I love you and you shut down. How did I shut you down? How did my love
Hey,
shut you
y'all smell
down?
that? Y'all
That
smell that
was called
gas?
being weird, fam.
You smell that
That's being
gas up
weird.
here?
Like y'all niggas act like y'all don't know how to act around
Shit.
women or some shit, bro.
Right. Thank you. Like, why did you go? Like, okay, I'm a concede.
Am I supposed to be trying to like romance her? That's why I kept calling these niggas romantic, because y'all only know how to approach bitches romantically. I have no romantic interest and I have nothing to offer her, nothing to ask her for. So what am I playing like that for? Why are we playing this game? Am I gonna get it wet across the internet? Am I gonna dive in it digitally? Like, I don't understand you niggas. Talk about you being weird. Yes, because she's weird. And you niggas respect it too much.
It is because I don't care. It ain't.
No. I
My
want to hear the
ego-
question. I want to hear the question.
Oh yes, sir, Mr. Freezy. I got you. Much love.
And shout out to the new church member. We are growing this congregation one brick at a time.
Okay, I'm gonna say it again. I come in the name of Jesus. Repeat it after me, bitch. I come in the name of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit.
May the spirit of misogyny protect you, Silas Snake. Welcome to the congregation.
And to the sister as well. Nice to meet you and everyone else.
Same to you.
The question I was going to ask was, I heard when I first came into the room, I heard you say that men are looking for a black pearly things. So I wanted to find out, like, how much money could we negotiate if I say the shit she said? Is that all we doing here? Is that all that need to happen?
Money can't buy belief. You gotta generate your own.
Oh, you don't know. But you don't know that, sir. What the fuck
But
you
I
talking
don't know
about? That's
you,
why
so you gotta make me a believer.
That's the acting. Is an
Right.
art.
So act like you love me.
I don't want to. That's
Right,
how I was trying to make
but there
the
you go,
money
and that's why you ain't
with
getting the
you.
money. That's literally why you ain't getting the money,
Damn,
because you can't even act right.
Is that really like I don't understand how y'all niggas talk so much to so many women and you can't see the obvious little things. Like really, it's right there in front of you, but the only simple truth is you don't want to see the obvious little things.
No, but you don't know that, sir. What the fuck
But
you
I
talking
don't know
about? That's
you,
why
so you gotta make me a
acting.
believer.
That's the acting. Is an
Right.
art.
So act like you love me.
I don't want to. That's how
Right,
I was trying to make
but there
the
you go,
money
and that's why you ain't
with
getting the
you.
money.
You know what? I found something earlier today I'm going to share with y'all because it is kind of hilarious and it fits right here at this exact point. And it's a little clip from the show. Remember when they used to like swap wives on TV but pretended it had nothing to do with sex because that's what wife swapping is really about? There was a show called Wife Swap where they swapped a traditional white, loving, caring, motherly housewife with a young, skinny Keisha.
No way I should be cooking for 5 hours for some man that is fully capable of doing it himself. What are you gonna do? Just stand here? I think you should come in here and help me.
I appreciate the fact that you're this strong woman, but think about making some food, okay? Unless you pay some bills around here, you can't come in and tell the Jackster what to do.
Y'all never baked a cake?
No, but I watch shows on it.
Well, watching a show and doing it is two different things. Yeah.
I've never ever baked a cake.
Baking is really bonding for a family. I mean, you can't have a phone in your hand and be baking at the same time. And plus, you get to eat cake.
Here we go.
And this, just break them up.
You never baked a cake with your black mom? And I can only imagine both of the moms are like stay-at-home moms because it makes no sense to do a wife swap if they both got to get up and be gone for 8 hours a day, right? We're trying to figure out what the trade-in for two stay-at-home wives are. And you never baked a cake with your black stay-at-home mom? That is terrible. I bet you guys don't even play board games. Board game theory is everywhere.
Okay.
No, but I watch shows on it.
Well, watching a show and doing it is two different things. Yeah.
I've never ever baked a cake.
Baking is really bonding for a family. I mean, you can't have a phone in your hand and be baking at the same time. And plus, you get to eat cake.
Here we go.
And this, just break them up.
This looks so satisfying.
Surprisingly, even Jason comes downstairs to join the family.
I couldn't believe that my dad was just sitting there without his phone or anything. He was just watching us, supervising us. He was having a good time with us.
The pace of the home is actually, it's a little different right now. Like I say, it's a little slower pace. It's cool to just kind of settle down and do stuff together.
That white woman energy hit the house, boy. He ain't even know where he was. That nigga woke up like, wait a minute. Where am I? Did I die and go to... Nah, this can't be. I didn't die and go to...
When I die, I'ma go to Snow Bunny Heaven. Snow Bunny Heaven.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
That's garbage. Jack generalizes everything on male or female. He differentiates everything based on what gender you are, and it sucks.
That's literally why you ain't getting the money, because you can't even act right. You literally can't act right.
This is great. I hope somebody clipped this between him and I, because all I did was come up here, tell a joke, Like I came in with love, and you go.
No, I came in with love. No. I came in with love.
I don't know
babe.
how long you've been. I don't know how long.
I
you've been
came
up
in with love.
I
You
never.
couldn't
I
act
have
right.
not
You
heard
literally said you're not gonna
What
act
you
right.
gonna
I'm the one who went with
do?
love.
What you gonna
I
do?
don't want
Put
to
me
do
over
anything.
your.
Look. You see how she tried to steal my love? First thing I said to her, baby, I love you. And now here this headline has to go. I came in with love. I came in with no, you didn't. You came in and rejected love. That's literally what happened. It's on display in front of the world, time and time again. Black woman rejects love. I must always want problems every day. Acting like I don't know what I'm doing.
Laugh and spank me. Like,
You
what do
sound
you
like you're
act
into that.
right?
You sound like you're into that, by the way.
Yeah, I am. So what? That don't mean
Right.
it's
So
gonna
why
make me
would I
act right.
threaten you with a
Phil.
good time? Why I'm gonna threaten you with something you love? Come on, man. Like I don't
Men
know you already.
always, cause y'all know you ain't gonna deliver, so you can threaten all day. Like it
I'm
don't
not
matter.
threatening nothing. You putting it out there. Why would I threaten you? I
No,
just told
I'm
you I
not
love you. Why would
saying
I
you
threaten you?
personally.
You just said that I would fight.
I'm
Oh my
giving,
God, you so
I'm
confused.
giving you the
First
same.
you told
You
me I
got
would
no.
over my knee, and
You got
now
it. I'm
all of a
done.
sudden
I don't want.
crazy.
Yes, you're absolutely right. This is not what I came up here for.
Oh man, I'm confused now.
Yeah, that didn't go well on both of y'all ends. Actually, that was just terrible.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, damn, dog.
Terrible, horrible.
I'm just
I
not getting
knew
it.
it. I knew
Men
it.
are
I
the
knew it was
leader.
gonna be
Men are
terrible.
leaders of authority, but looking for a black woman to tell them what they want to hear so they can give up all their money.
That's what I asked about, Scam. That's what all I really wanted to
Yeah,
know. Like you said.
but these are the
Did she even ask a question? Chicks must be coming up to say words, bro. Chicks just be saying stuff. Girls just do stuff. Girls just say stuff, bro.
leaders.
But
Well,
then
you
in
can't tell me what
turn,
authority men have. How are the men leaders? You can't point to the authority that they have. What authority
I,
does
t-
your leadership have?
I told you 5 times, and
Game.
then I
That's
told you how pearly things got it over you. There's a word
You're
called influence,
game.
and
That's
you
game.
keep asking. Right,
Romance.
exactly. You can't even
hold
hear the
on.
word.
Hold on,
It's
Scam.
romance. Your answer is
Hood,
romance,
He
bro.
can't process
wait.
that word influence.
Wait, hold on, Scam. So Hood served up as he asked a very good question. He said, what authority do men have, right? When it comes to what? When it comes to what? Women?
I'll give you
Just
another answer.
narrow it
None.
down
Keep
to a
getting your
husband
ass
and wife.
kicked.
No, narrow it down to a husband and wife. There is no authority a husband can exercise over a wife. So how are we
Yeah,
calling
okay,
men
so
leaders
so
anymore?
so
That
I
is
so
kept
old.
giving.
That whole era gone,
I
bro.
keep saying influence, and you keep turning into some bullshit.
Yeah, obviously, game ain't working, bro. Your game can't outgame the court system. Your game can't outgame the police department. Your game can't outgame mandates and magistrates and statutes.
All right, they don't have any. So go ahead and submit to the woman and let them keep whooping your ass.
So you saying but you speaking directly to when somebody's relationship falls apart with that, right? Because like it's sometimes like you taking a snapshot inside of people's relationships that aren't telling you these things.
Well, I'm asking a general question. You don't have to put it to the fall apart, but it looks obvious during the fall apart, but it was always the same situation. What authority does a husband have over a wife?
Okay, so I'm gonna say none as a husband, but then let me ask you a question. What authority does a husband need over his wife?
Shit like that. Shit like that.
I really had to
That was
school
two
these
good
niggas.
questions. That all right, we getting somewhere now. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm
That
saying
is
I
a
don't
good
have
question.
I don't have none over my wife, none whatsoever. But now I'm asking because I don't need any. That's why she's my wife. I don't. Like if this were the caveman days, I might need to exercise some type of authority over her, but I don't. There's a mutual agreement. There's a common goal.
Hold on. Why does that only happen during the caveman days? Like, what is so different that you're trying to point out?
Because her goals didn't matter. Whatever she was trying to achieve didn't matter. You're talking about a time where what a woman thought wasn't relevant.
Hold on. Right. So now, when women have equal opportunity and freedom to exercise their goals, if she wants to blow up the family because one day she gets a new goal in her head, well, that's just tough luck, isn't it?
Man, it's the 21st century.
I wouldn't
Right.
even see in But see, we can make it fucked up and say, well, yeah, but he chose wrong. He chose the wrong woman. That's
Okay,
his fault.
so
He's dumb. Right?
so
We
so
can
that's
do it all.
But they're all the wrong women if you never have authority over your wife, right? Because they're all that's the exact situation over and over again, right?
They're all the wrong women, bro. Yeah, it's not even personal. This is why I can say I don't hate y'all. It's not personal. The game is rigged. Notice how these niggas, right? The pro-black types, they love the systemic racism, the systemic argument in general, as long as they can focus it away from the sacred cow. The minute I point out to you niggas that system that you claim to hate, the women that you claim to love are joined at the hip. They are woven into that system. Where does that leave you?
But this even goes to the man. Let me say this. This even goes to the manosphere talking points, right? Even the manosphere say men control marriage, women control sex, right? So
no, the man, no. So we are going into some manosphere shit, but that's not what the manosphere says. The manosphere talks about the state. The manosphere started fighting. I can say you never heard that before, but the argument for the
I'm not trying to go to no manosphere calculus class right now. This is what I'm saying. Listen, what I'm saying is that to me, that is a type of authority, being intentional and you know, choosing your woman, and that goes back to the beginning of the.
Niggas is really scrambling to prevent some level of authority to answer my challenge. If you are supposed to be the leader, what authority are you supposed to have? And he says like, oh well, you know, you have to choose better. Your authority is in your selection process, right? Big Time with the 5 ball. He says you debated the GOAT. That motherfucker loves hearing himself talk. Yeah. Taz, I think Taz said he's trying to bring his channel back, man. He wasn't around for a little while. Now he's
conversation. Back. A lot of men are led by lust.
Yeah.
That actually means the vagina has authority over them, to be honest.
Yes.
You could argue that's what they call the gynocracy. That's not my word. That's not my word. That's not my word.
We got to stay here for a second. We got to stay here right here. Because if we move past this, you know what I'm saying? It is so this whole thing about chasing women to prove your man, you're really giving in. At the end of the day, you're gonna have to give in to her demands if you're going to constantly pursue her. So
at
she's
the beginning of the day.
you.
At the beginning of the day. You ain't getting no woman that you ain't willing to work with and, you know what I'm saying, give some of what you want off too. You know what I'm saying? There's no 100% relationship, bro. You got to lose some of yourself too in that. You're both
relationships are 100% transactional.
They don't have to be. I mean, if you're tricking, yeah.
No, I'm not just talking about money. I'm not only talking about monetary. I'm talking give and take. She gets something, you get something out the deal. It's still a deal.
I mean, I guess I get what you're saying with that, but there's a choice made though to be happy. But I get where you're going with that. I just don't agree with that language of it. That's kind of really a simplistic way to put it, but I don't completely disagree.
The thing is the dudes that are obsessed with sex and all of that, they're really being led by women at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Any woman that can freak you out of house and home, take all of your money from you, you're allowing her to. That's the whole point of what Bolo said earlier. That's the point of what Freezy said. That was the point of my question earlier when I was asking, and it was crickets in here when I was asking men, what plan do you have for the woman that you want? Because
well, then that makes the manosphere right, because no bitch should be trying to rob no nigga like that.
And you're only allowed to do that because the game is rigged in that way. That's the exact way the game works. Like the purpose of the system is what it does, and that's what the system does, bro.
Why is the system involved in the common, average, everyday man's relationship, though, man?
Okay, well, now you're asking tough questions, and this is why the manosphere is a thing. Because ultimately, it's not about the women; it's about the men having power over the important decisions in their lives.
Most of these dudes can't make good decisions. Is why they're in the manosphere to begin with. So why would they get more power to make more bad decisions?
You should not need the state. You should not need the state to get a marriage license. I do agree with the manosphere on that. You should not need the state to give you a marriage license. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
But okay.
Not only that, but listen, if the children belong to the women, then I thought you were equal. Like, you can't tax the man to death if the children belong to the mom. Like, the whole system of things is just out of whack, bro.
So
Right,
we
so
can't do
as a
anything to
father,
fix it?
well, I was gonna say, as a father, my children never belonged to their mother, no matter how much she tried to make that happen. They found out the hard fucking way, nigga.
Right. But we all got our personal battles, Taz. But that's kind of the problem. Most of us have that personal battle now because it's not about the man. This is the structure. This is the system. The purpose of a system is what it does. And what you and I go through, that's what the system does.
This is not a system problem.
So can I?
But I just want to understand what he's saying, y'all. Because if you have a battle here,
go ahead.
Battle with the system or the women. Who you battling? Because y'all
again,
battle the women.
Y'all really.
I'm not
the real
necessarily
enemy is the
battling
state.
women. But listen,
the real enemy is the state.
Here's the thing you're gonna find out. Here's what you're gonna see, and I guarantee you, every time you try, this is what happens. When men try to correct the system to make it more fair for men, you have to fight the women.
Don't you think that's the very problem, and it doesn't make no damn sense?
I would say, give me an example of that. Because men change.
My brother's keeper, Obama, he wanted to make it male exclusive. Black women said, they say no, you have to include the women. So now when men try to use our avenues toward government power to help men the way women do it for women, you find out it's not the white man that you got to fight. It's not the white man who is in front of you. It's the black women who got a problem.
No.
And this is why I keep talking about it's not romance, bro. It's power.
Y'all missing it. Yes, it is power, but conservative. What you're missing is that men don't have power over themselves. They give their power away.
I don't
to the almighty vagina.
It doesn't matter what.
Imagine me on a panel surrounded by simps. Everywhere you go is a simp to the left of me, a simp to the right. There's a simp directly below me. They're all simping, trying to tell me that niggas give their power away. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? You noticed, huh? Yeah, that's exactly it. Niggas give the power away. But I'm wrong for talking about power. Men need power, not romance. I can never love her well enough to get us through this.
I don't disagree, though.
What system you have. It doesn't matter what system you have. These simple ass minded niggas is gonna find a way to fuck it up to get to the woman, to get to some coochie, to satiate their lust.
Then run to the state and try to get a new state law to help lubricate the dry vagina that they're chasing after.
I'm gonna give you niggas an example of dudes just giving away their power, right? I'm gonna switch to a different channel, right? Different conversation. I think this was the same day. These two conversations happened within at least 24 hours of each other, if not on the exact same day, right? So now, totally different panel. And listen, I'm me everywhere I go. So when you kind of start asking me certain questions, we're just going to have a certain kind of conversation. And apparently, when I get on other people's channels, the women like to question me. I don't know what that is. They'll tell y'all girls, stop asking me questions, man. I don't come to talk to them.
Like Remy, they got niggas out dancing around in circles at night because he didn't change them. He didn't build them and change them. Start calling them Remy. Come here, Sammy. What's that? Come here, Sammy.
This is no
Niggas got a lot of feelings, bro.
He ain't just gonna take a piss, huh? He ain't just gonna take a piss.
Niggas got all the feelings in the world. Why you niggas got so many deep feelings, bro? Chill. Get out your feelings.
Yo, good brother. Yo, good brother. This is no troll
on Black Father. It's
hold on.
literally the thing I prop. Now I gotta hold on.
Yeah, all right, just 1 second, because let's bring it. Let's calm it down a little bit. Go ahead, Diva. We're gonna bring Wall Street Willie.
This bitch ass nigga, Sharon, the male, the transgender, Sharon, the transgender Bracy, this bitch ass nigga, every time he stops the show, he will literally stop the show. He will totally disorient the flow of the conversation to give the ball, one, to a female who wasn't even talking yet, and then two, the nigga that was talking, he gonna ask you to wait at the end of the line after 3-4 other people were talking. Like, bro, this is the wild. And then you don't understand why niggas call you out, bro, because it's obvious how you operate.
Being right back, and her servant wanted to say something as well. And just
Bet you I get 30 seconds.
And everybody can get their thought in. Go ahead, Diva.
I just wanted to point out that some male scientists in China have created a chip that regenerates or reinnervates brain and spinal cord nerves, and people are able to walk in 24 hours.
Now, mind you, bunch of guys having a conversation. They were really talking about Deion Sanders and his son and the NFL and all that. You know, these sensitive niggas think it's about racism and they hate Black father, all that goofiness, right? We were talking about that, having a wild conversation about that, and here she come with a nigga in China.
Chip that regenerates or reinnervates brain and spinal cord nerves, and people are able to walk in 24 hours.
Damn,
that's crazy.
Right.
Wow, that sounds better than Neuralink. That's amazing. That sounds way better than that shit Elon Musk trying to get. Good,
and what black men creating? You see what y'all talk about, and there's all this shit out here to be done. But y'all up here and fatherhood and Deion, and he wasn't there. Oh, I was just playing. Y'all always major on minor shit. Meanwhile, y'all getting left behind.
What happened?
It's a young black man who got.
I was already building up because I knew she wasn't telling us about the wonderful technological innovations happening in China because she really cared that much about Chinese technology. I knew these niggas pretend to not know. They eat that shit up. They literally ingest fecal matter if it comes from the mouth of a woman or the rectum. Doesn't matter which end it comes from, as long as it comes from a woman, it tastes good.
Got who's turning plastic into gas.
Hold on. Exactly. The plastic. No. So
talk about
he's on the internet right now. He's on the internet right now.
Right? See, they doing it. When they created the chip, they put it in, and somebody was actually able to walk. Now you talking about this little boy, but where are we able to go turn water into gas? Where can I go do it?
No, he's turning plastic into gas.
Why are you niggas about to justify your existence to this woman? Explain to me why you feel the need to justify your existence to this woman, bro. Explain that to me.
We're countering her
Shut
point.
the fuck up.
Not
Everybody let her talk. Let her be her, bro. I'm not
Lord.
explaining shit. You don't have to justify a fucking
And
thing.
it's the white man that won't let you be.
Yeah, she's your vibe, bro.
Why is that such a challenge for you? Why do you feel the need to justify your black existence to this woman who just randomly comes up with random events in China? She just opened up Google and saw a random thing in China on her timeline. She totally interrupted the nigga's conversation to point that out, and now you feel the need to respond. That's weakness in you, bro. And you know what? She smelled it. She went for the kill, and she was right. She knew exactly what to do, and she did it, and you niggas fell in line. Her voice is basically the sound of a whip cracking. As soon as she started talking, you heard the whip cracking, right? That proverbial whip cracked, and you niggas fell in line. And he was like, Master, I've been a good nigga, Master. No, don't start talking about them Chinese slaves over there, Master. I was the good slave, Master. I promise I was a good slave,
Toby
Master.
be good nigga for Master. Good nigga. Don't send Toby away.
Bunch of bitch ass niggas, bro. I'll tell you.
Woman, explain to me why you feel the need to justify your existence to this woman, bro. Explain that to me.
We're countering her
Shut the
point.
fuck up.
We're not
Everybody, let her
explaining
talk.
it.
Let her be her,
Good
bro. I'm not
Lord.
explaining shit. Don't have to justify a
Of course,
fucking
and
thing.
it's the white man in you that won't
Like I said,
let you be.
You heard him,
Yeah,
man.
she
You heard him,
is
right?
out.
You heard him. That's that white man in you. You hear these niggas? That's the white man in you. That's the white man. Niggas only recognize dominance and order as a white man thing.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Without the white man in your life, there is only chaos, because that's all you understand. The imposition of dominance and order is literally a white man thing to y'all. Unless it's a woman doing it, right?
And I want to understand white rage, and I'm white.
Explain that to me.
We're countering her
Shut
point.
the fuck up.
We're not
Everybody, let her
explaining
talk.
it.
Let her be her,
Good
bro. I'm not
Lord.
explaining shit. Don't have to justify a
Of course,
fucking
you
thing.
and it's
can't
the white man
justify,
in you
right?
that won't
Like I said,
let you be.
Yeah, she's
Yo,
your
you still
God,
mad at
bro.
your mom,
She's
girl,
your
man.
God.
So every black
You
hold on,
explain
look,
yourself to that woman, bro. You
every
explain
black woman
yourself.
is either your mother or your girl, and you take it
You
out on
treating
all
her like
black
your
women.
God
You
right
gotta
now. You
let that go,
about to
man. Your
explain your
mom hurt you.
blackness to this
You
woman.
gotta let that go.
She just
You
came out of here
explain
shitting on
that
the
all
whole
women
panel, and all y'all
mom
niggas about to eat it. She
your
just came
mom
out the blue to shit on everybody, and y'all all about to eat it like it's good.
When I die, I'ma go to Snow Bunny Heaven. Snow Bunny Heaven.
Hood, you still mad at the fact that your mom
Niggas
sided
about
with
to be
your
like,
baby.
oh, a black boy
You
made
were
this, a
wrong,
black
bro.
boy
You were
made
wrong.
that.
Just let
She
it
don't
go,
give a
bro.
fuck about that, bro. She don't give a fuck what a black boy
That's
made. And y'all
okay.
niggas is tripping.
That's okay. That's okay. We
Well,
still
her,
gonna be
tro-
all
her
right.
trolling.
You know she's disingenuous, but that's okay though, right? Because that she like your mama, right?
Matters.
You realize that,
For
bro.
her
Realize
trolling matters. Her trolling matters because I do think that it makes niggas better. So we know about.
You make me better. You make me better. You make me better, babe. You hear these bitch ass romantic R&B love song ass niggas, bro? You make me better. No, nigga, that shit do not make you better. How come we not better then? How come we're not better yet? What about that and make you better? Yeah, that's past the $40 retarded ass. Something like that. It make me better. How come you not better yet, bro? How come you are not better then? Like, why are you not better yet? If it makes you better, why is everybody so damaged?
you realize
For her trolling matters. Her trolling matters because I do think that it makes niggas better. So we know about
I'm not trolling. That actually happened.
But she's not trolling. She really don't like you niggas, bro. That's not a troll.
No. Yeah, she really don't like you niggas, bro. It's not a troll. She's dead real, bro. It is so for real. Like, why is everybody fighting so hard to not look at the sun, man? That's really what it is, bro. It's like niggas are fighting so hard to not look directly at the sun, bro. Just lift your head up. Just crack your eyes open a little bit. Just let the sun shine in, man. I'm telling you, you will see the world differently. If just let the sun shine in, bro. Just step into the light, man. Walk into the light, Carol Ann. The Midwest Request with the $2 super chat. He says, Hood whooping a whole pew in the concession booth. Bro, you know, it's so funny, man. I just needed to kill some time. I had a lot of driving to do that day. And so, you know, I had to occupy my mind. I don't like listening to music so much anymore when I'm like alone in the car. When I do, I listen to all the old stuff. But if I'm alone in the car, if I'm gonna find a panel to just vibe out on for the most part. Like that's my kill time thing now. I'll join a random panel and see what niggas talking about. And somehow niggas is always talking about something crazy, bro. There's always something crazy going on in black content, man.
What black community? It's a black environment with black women and black chilling in it.
Hold on. PhD, but we ain't going PhD, but I'm talking to you, PhD. I ain't worried. Listen, PhD, you're right about the whole situation with them using the nerves and reconnecting the nerves and making people walk again. Now, I did want to add something to that because Dr. Juan Gilbert, who is also black, he just invented right before the election.
Remember, Ben Carson to this day has achieved a medical feat that I doubt if it's been replicated since, right? He split Siamese twins in half. Literally cut a brain in half or whatever it was. They were joined at the like head or whatever. That was Ben Carson, right? They hate Ben Carson. And now you think your little smart black kid, he turned garbage into diesel fuel. She's supposed to be impressed now. No, bro. They never liked the smart black kid. And here you are showing off all your trading cards of smart black niggas. Don't care, bro. They don't care about your trading card collection.
He invented an accessible voting system that you can carry to people with disabilities, like elderly people, to their houses where they can do touch screen voting for disabilities. So that's one of the things that we can be proud of too. Lonnie Johnson.
Well, so he created a device that you could take to a disabled person, but the Chinese man went and said, "Here, this able person." Not
see, look, but the Chinese man rice is hotter, bro. The white man ice is colder, and the China man rice is hotter, bro. Nigga can't win for nothing, I tell you. A nigga can't win for nothing. The Chinese rice is hotter. What are we supposed to do? They don't want this black eyed pea rice. They want that fluffy, sticky white rice, bro. We can't just be all things, man. It's crazy, bro. He's never satisfied. She was like, yeah, that's good and all, but see that Chinese rice though, stick to your ribs.
How you can walk to the polls.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, you niggas ain't good enough, bro. You niggas ain't good enough. I don't know why you doing this.
PhD.
I don't know why you playing this game with yourself, bro.
Hold on, PhD. You are absolutely right. I've always said that Chinese people can take a cotton ball in a Q-tip and make a plane. I've always said that.
And then I want you to see something, right? Because I want you to like we should all, as a team, stare deep into the eye of bitch assery. Look at Sharon Bracey smiling right now. Sharon the androgynous Bracey. Look at him smiling right now. Why are you enjoying this so much? What about this moment is deeply enjoyable to you, dude? His ear-to-ear androgyny smile. Why is this stimulating to you? Like, this nigga's tickled, bro. He's actually tickled. Help us out here, bro. Help us out here. Why are you so tickled to stare into the eyes of a bitch? I really did just ask y'all to do that though. But that's why I told y'all we got to do it together, because it's strength in numbers, man. I don't want to do it on my own. You do it on your own, you might get sucked in. It's how niggas turn into stone. That's what that Medusa story was about, bro. You got to go in. You got to go in numbers, bro.
Can too, but you just focus your energy and attention on the wrong shit. So you could do that too.
Yeah, you can't lock a Chinese man in a room with a bullet in a paperclip.
He really does have like a woman's facial tics too, right? It's weird. This is why I keep calling him the androgynous, because you have female facial tics. It's odd.
Coming out that motherfucker.
So if you know black men who are in jail or prison, they come up with some very innovative solutions for all types of shit. And so again, you can too. It's just that y'all focus on stupid shit.
Now, before I let you hear the next couple of seconds, I want you to let that wash over y'all, bro. Niggas in jail are very creative. Yeah. Even Sharon, look, he pointed his little crooked finger when she said that, right?
So if you know black men who are in jail or prison, they come up with some very innovative solutions for all types of shit. And so again,
Did you know that if you scraped all the plate off of your bunk and then you set up a grid pattern of sternos under that bump, you got a hot plate, my nigga. Tacos and Chi-Chi's all night long. Yeah, jail tech. Jail tech. And look at Sharon like putting his crooked finger up. Yeah, big ups to the jail tech. Like, bro, do you hear what's being done to you? It's wild. It's like one day you wake up and you realize I'm not a cattle. I'm a wolf. Why am I in the pen with the cows? I'm actually a wolf. I don't belong here. And then you look around and you see other guys like, you're supposed to be wolves. Why are you in here with the cows? And all these niggas can say to you is moo. It is so bizarre.
You can too. It's just that y'all focus on stupid shit.
She just said jail niggas is better than you niggas, bro. She literally just said jail niggas are better than you niggas, bro. And y'all act like I'm the problem. Y'all act like I'm not the problem. Like I'm not the homie here. Hold on. Y'all tripping.
PhD, can you talk to him, please?
Whenever you get the Wall Street Willie, Sharon, I'll be waiting because the topic is gone. Like everything
Well,
I
we
was
were never
supposed to
talking
respond
about
to,
Dion. That
gone.
was a topic
Okay.
switch.
I would rather listen to Wall Street Willie. And Willie, you was right.
I
We
bet
don't
you
know how it
would.
works here.
I bet
Willie
you
knows how it
would.
works here, bro. You see how everybody
Talk
fall
about
back
some stupid
and
shit
just eat
rather
her
than y'all
shit?
getting left behind.
Everybody is dying to eat her shit, bro. You was
Ain't
right,
nobody-
Willie.
Hold on. Ain't nobody eat. Well, ain't nobody eating her shit. And listen, hold on. First of all, I'm gonna speak up for the fella.
Oh, now you want to speak up. Now you want to speak up. You sound like a big church nigga. You sound like one of them niggas in the back of the church that they look to in case things go wrong. You an usher, ain't you? I bet you an usher in your church. Now I want to speak up.
Shit. Everybody is dying to eat her shit, bro. You was right, Willie.
Hold on. Ain't nobody eat. Well, ain't nobody eating her shit. And listen, hold on. First of all, I'm gonna speak up for the fella.
She just said jail niggas are better than you niggas, bro. Are you a jail nigga, bro? Are you a jail nigga? Are you a jail nigga? She just said jail niggas are better than you niggas.
Hold on, PhD. Hey, Hood, let me tell you something. You said she up here shitting on niggas the same thing y'all were doing to Shador before she spoke.
Shit on Shador. The NFL didn't choose him. That's the business move, bro. I didn't shit on Shador.
Nigga totally tried to just switch the subject, bro. He couldn't handle it. He couldn't. She was laughing. Chaos Goblin, bro. Straight up Chaos Goblin. And nobody can see it, bro. That's what happened when you be smoking during your show. I feel like that kid in The Sixth Sense, like nobody else can see it but me. I see gay niggas. Like, how come I'm the only one that sees what you guys really are? Why is it I'm the only one who sees what's wrong here? You have to believe you can be different before you become different. Very based Hood. Shout out to Big Time with the $5 super chat. Hit that like button, y'all, man. It's crazy, but when you actually talk to niggas, bro, it's really not the women. I make my peace with girls. All women are women. I really do make my peace with what women are. And I accept them for that. And I love them for that. That's why I like to drive. Steering wheels were made for men. These niggas are in love with women on a different level, like in love with the poetic concept of woman. No appreciation or understanding for the physical, biological reality of woman.
Niggas up here eating her shit because she said jail niggas are better than you, and you let that ride because you believe in her. Believe in you, nigga.
She's allowed to voice her opinion.
No, she said jail niggas. No, hold on. She said jail. Hold on. Hold on. She said jail.
Innovation.
She said jail niggas are innovative.
Goofy the argument gets.
See, jail niggas are innovative. They are innovative. See, check this right. I'm not mad at PhD.
You know, I'm not mad at PhD is because at one point black men we were solving heart failure.
And you know, it's so funny. It just happened to work out this way. But both panels I was on the last couple of days, Pastor happened to be there, not helping. Like, nigga, stop. Just stop, bro. I don't want you to help. I'm gonna fight this battle on my own, man.
We were helping. We were doing great things, right? And I do think when PhD talks her shit, I think it's a.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be a little bit too honest right now. Freeman's Journal asked the question, Hood, why try save the sheep? 2 reasons. Like I said, I was driving. Like I was on a long drive the other day, so I kind of needed something to occupy my mind. And then this is great mindless occupation, right? It's like watching cartoons, right? It's very mindless occupation. You need low brain capacity occupation while you're driving your car, because the main thing is to drive the car. But outside of that practicality, content farming, bro. Niggas are nothing if not entertaining. You know, that's why Hollywood be putting you out in 360 deals, because, you know, niggas are always entertaining. Can't read a contract, but you're entertaining.
Challenge. I think it's just a challenge for us to do great shit again. I don't really.
Hey, bro, I like cartoons too, bro. I'm not even trying to disrespect what cartoons are, but I guarantee you, when you're watching most cartoons, it's not a deeply thoughtful moment. Very few animated products are deeply like gripping. You know, very few animated products kind of generate conversation and quandary like a Lord of the Rings or something like that. You know what I mean? But again, maybe you watch the highest quality cartoons. All right, I can't watch that kind of stuff while I'm driving. I need to talk to niggas. All right, I need to keep my brain operating at a low capacity level while I'm driving.
I really get mad at it. I don't get mad at her. It's a challenge rather than a. I'm not mad at her. Ignoring it don't take away. Hold on. Ignoring it does not take away that challenge. That challenge will be there whether you ignore it or not.
Take it away from me. I don't have to respond to that challenge. Like it's irrelevant in terms of what I believe, what I'm proud of, and what I'm doing. And when I say I'm speaking as black men if we're being criticized as a whole.
Now remember, this whole thing started when I told you, why do you niggas feel the need to justify yourselves to this woman? And now they're on the hamster wheel that you can't get off of. And it ended up with jail niggas are better than you niggas. That's what you get. You should have never jumped on that hamster wheel. Shout out to Dolomite with the $2 super chat. He said, these niggas gotta go. Bro, they're not helping. You're not helping. None of you niggas are helping. The Midwest Request with the $2 super chat. He says, evil laugh sounds like Hood performed an exorcism. Bro, I brought the real woman out of her. I did. They didn't realize there was a matriarchal goblin in there, bro. And that's kind of what I've learned to do over my years as a panel sharpshooter. I spot goblins. This is why I'm nice to the women that do hang around here, because I don't get goblin triggers in my radar with the girls that tend to hang around here on a regular. But every now and then a girl will come around here and I'm like, whoa, I think we got a goblin.
There's this myth out there that black men can't handle being spoken to, you know, and told what to do by black women. Black men come from our bodies.
Yeah.
So they're used to having these conversations with women.
The matriarchy is strong with the black
It is
community.
very strong.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, y'all. Hit that like button. We're going to get back to the Freezy conversation. I don't even remember where we were here, but I know there's a goblin over there too.
Good women are dead. Evil bitches, rise up!
That's the problem. Regardless what system we're
And
under,
that's what the manosphere is ultimately about, though.
Going to do what they're going to do, what they've always done.
I'm glad we fleshed this out a lot more, because like there's a lot of weird slander about this whole vibe, this whole conversation, and I think it's way bigger than, you know, she didn't want to touch her pee-pee, bro. There's a lot heavier issues out here than who's getting with who.
The base issue is the examples you're giving. There's a man there, and the woman does not want this man, and then you're trying to go to the state and say, "Hey, go fix it and make her want me and be some kind of wife that she's not." Or
no.
I know I'm not a person,
power.
I'm not, but go fix it in the state. And it doesn't make sense.
Women literally have that power over men, though. He's not doing what I want. I need you to extract the punishment out of him. That's literally the power that women have with the state. And then we get on these panels with men and criticize other men because you don't know how to do romance right. The fuck is that?
That's cap, bro. That's cap. My criticism
I don't know.
Men,
oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Taz.
My criticism for other men in that conversation is about what you said earlier. The systemic issue is what you keep getting away from. If it's a systemic issue, we shouldn't be talking about women. Women only
But they are the system, Taz.
No,
they work for the fucking government. Most black women who got a good job, they work for the government.
Carmen, you want me to do romance right? I don't know. I'll think about it. Just for you, though. Just for you. I'm not doing that shit for nobody else. One girl gets one shot every year. That's it. That's my rule.
Oh, fam, you got to stop this. I don't know if you're saying they willingly work for the government or if you're using some type of thought.
No, I'm just being very blunt. They literally work for the government.
How? Well, give me an example of how they're working for
the black.
Look. This is the point I was talking about this earlier, right when we started up the show, bro. They work for the government. No shade, but it simply is.
They are the system, Taz.
No,
they work for the fucking government. Most black women who got a good job, they work for the government.
Come on, fam, you got to stop this. I don't know if you're saying they.
Yeah, I feel like I was about to make Taz cry right there. Nigga said, "Come on, man, you gotta stop this." That shit stabbed him right in his black heart, bro. That shit caught him right in his pro-black heart. That nigga said, "Come on, man, you gotta stop this, man." That nigga was pleading with me. That nigga was really pleading. That nigga said, "Come on, man." That shit hurt, don't it, bro? That shit hurt to hear that shit, don't it?
My criticism for other men in that conversation is about what you said earlier. The systemic issue is what you keep getting away from. If it's a systemic issue, we shouldn't be talking about women. Women only.
But they are the system, Taz.
No,
they work for the fucking government. Most black women who got a good job, they work for the government.
Come on, fam, you gotta stop this.
Tell me I'm lying. You can tell me to stop, but you can't tell me I'm lying, bro. Those government jobs done built Black America, man. I've looked. I've seen the numbers. I've talked about this before. You didn't build that business. You work for motor vehicles.
I don't know if you're saying they willingly work for the government or if you're using some type of thought.
No, I'm just being very blunt. They literally work for the government.
How? Well, give me an example of how they're working for
the black middle class is built on government jobs and contracts, bro. Like look closer. I promise you, look closer. They are tied to the hip with the man that you've been raised to revolution against. That's the whole weird trap. Like the whole thing is stupid.
You're all retarded, and there's no hope for you. None of you whatsoever. I'm not here because I care. I'm here because you're funny.
If I was the president, the first thing I would do, I ain't gonna lie, I'm black and I'm proud, but I hate niggas though, I swear. I gotta find a way to put a restraint on some niggas, I swear to God. Cause like niggas be geeking, like a lot wrong with our country because of niggas. I swear to God, every other culture look out for themselves. Niggas be geeking. Like niggas are the reason why America is the way it is. And white people too. White people too. No bullshit though. But niggas be geeking though, for real. So I gotta do something about the niggas though. I gotta keep them in line. I keep them in line for real. We gotta make some laws for niggas. No bullshit.
Strictly niggas.
Niggas. That's what they first. Niggas first, and then everybody else.
Hey, Hood Servitor, let's say this was true. If it was true, but the men are still lining up, ironing their best suits, going and chasing after these very women, what does that say?
Niggas are stupid. I'm not fighting you, bro. Niggas are stupid. I'm not fighting you at all. We're just.
I'm saying whatever side you pick and whatever angle, it turns out the men's stupidity.
Listen, even if it's not your
every
fault,
angle you pick.
That's kind of the problem with being a man. Even when it's not your fault, it becomes your responsibility. Because who else is gonna fix it? A girl?
May I?
That line triggered her right there. When I asked the question, who else is gonna fix it? A girl. Her labia clenched up. It did. Big Time with the $5 super chat. He says, 2 groups have brought all pew pew control bills, black women and the little hats. It's true. It's true. It's a conversation for a different panel, but yeah, it's true. Very, very true.
We need our weed. I don't wear it, but we need it.
You guys have been very generous tonight. Thank you all for coming through. Appreciate everybody donating to the show. Hit that.
Every angle you pick.
That's kind of the problem with being a man. Even when it's not your fault, it becomes your responsibility. Because who else is gonna fix it? A girl?
May I?
Go ahead, Chocolate.
I have. Thank you. I have 2 questions. I know we use the term "girl" freely. What age group are you talking about of women?
I was just being slick. I'm not trying to talk about girls, obviously.
No, I wasn't accusing you of that of anything. I was really asking you when you talk about women, the women that you discuss, what age group are you? What's your demographic?
I'm not making an age group reference. I'm really just talking about the broad dynamics between men and women. How women are empowered by the government in a way that the men are not. And that's like an invisible power in the background of all of our interactions. And so it's like.
So here's my question.
Yes.
I want to see.
Here's my question, Mr. Menace. I'm sorry, sir. Then why don't men advocate for other men to help them through the systems, not women? I ain't asking to control shit y'all got, okay? I'm asking, why don't men help each other in these areas that us as Jezebels is taking advantage of y'all? So if that's the case, I would think.
They don't.
But I did. I did. I'm talking. I'm talking. So I did use the word. I didn't say nothing about you yet. I'd like to know, based on what you've not learned being a part of that, it is a different ideology. I mean, what is the plan for even the men in those spaces? How are they getting better?
I don't know necessarily a plan for what will happen. I can tell you what has happened. This idea isn't new, right? The men's rights movement is older than I am at this point, probably. And what the men's rights movement, anytime men try to align themselves politically to solve men's issues specifically, it's like I said before, the women take most issue with it. And I understand why, because it all boils down to power and privilege. What men are asking for is to reduce the privileges that women are exercising over men. Why would women be on board with that? You know what I mean? So I get the resentment or the frustration or the resistance of it all, but that is the simple truth. What men want is directly affecting what women are able to do right now. And so I can't expect women to just support that.
It is really that simple. It's exceedingly difficult to talk someone out of a position that they're paid to be in. There's an infinite amount of words and an infinite combination of words I can use, and none of them will talk you out of the position that, one, you're paid to be in, and two, you like the power of it. Why is it such a hard prospect for people? It's like an equation that people refuse to calculate. We'll solve any other problem but that, you know. Did you talk to her nice? Did you call her on Saturday morning? Does her mom like you? Do you smell good? Did you wear something nice? You know, all the other problems you want to solve, but you can't tackle that one simple equation, can you? Big Time with the $5 super chat. He says, Hood, Andre Wilson has a concept called force doctrine. Rights and laws are created, protected, and enforced by men. Women need men for their rights. I'm not sure if the concept of force doctrine started with Andrew Wilson, but he does explain it and use it in his debates quite effectively. And I agree with it to the point that I push it slightly beyond his bounds. Men are the ones who have rights. Women have privileges. Because men build society and we actually love and care for women in ways that women just don't really have the capacity to care for and love men, we grant women numerous privileges. In fact, we give women more privileges than we give men rights. A woman's privileges can override a man's rights, like DV laws and the Second Amendment. Any DV law, any violation of a DV law can theoretically cost you your Second Amendment. Rights versus privileges. Yeah, anyway, hit that like button, guys. Thank you for coming out. Shout out to yeah.
They want to control us like robots.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Like that's
No,
a nice idea. As a practical matter, since you asked,
men practice that too. It is plenty of women out
want-
here with the emptiness of it. You said it's not about romance, and I agree with you. So then tell me.
In your opinion.
Well, you said it was no romance in.
Well, I know you agree with me. It's not about romance. What do you think?
Relationships have levels. It's not a one or the other because human beings aren't made up like that. However, we have enough information now. It's 2025. I don't need to know about 18,000 years ago. What is happening in the last 5 to 10 years is that you have a significant age group of men between the ages of 30 to 60 that are out here single. In
you have
one
a lot of
form or
women
another.
too in the same group. I would argue head for head, it's more women.
It's not an argument, sir.
Hey, Chuck,
it's not an argument. There are, at every age group, there just are more single women than men because there are more women than men. And frankly, you know, relationships and even just girlfriend-boyfriend relationships, let alone marriages, are kind of dwindling. So yeah, men are single and lonely, but you know, there's just more women than men generally too. So you know, there's that.
And then
chocolate and pheromones. I got a question for both of y'all. For the women.
Of course, it always comes back to us, right?
No, it's a fair question. It's a fair question. It's not a cheap shot. I promise.
No.
You see how everybody likes to just simp for the girls who come in with hostile intent. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm sensitive to disrespect and hostility.
I know. I listen. You know what's funny? I have discernment, like humor, and I can tell, like that.
Like that. See that right there? For me, that little fake attitude shift, I would have totally reacted to that, like subtly though. Now I know you're full of it, and I'm not gonna continue to engage in such good faith because, like, you know, it's such bullshit, right? Like, oh my god.
But anyway, it comes down. Yes, I'm being an asshole. Just roll with it, scare. So what?
You just roll with it. Can't make it any clearer to you than that, right? Yes. Yeah. You heard it. Yeah, I'm being an asshole. Just roll with it.
There's this myth out there that black men can't handle being spoken to, you know, and told what to do by black women. Black men come from our bodies.
Yeah.
So they're used to having these conversations with women.
The matriarchy is
You know,
strong with the black
It is
community.
very strong.
Has
Go
come
ahead,
to
fire
me.
up the dust.
Yes, because that's the only way I can get my answers. So here we go. You said
Okay.
again, it's transactional. If the relationships are a business, then why don't we just do it that way? Why don't we set those lanes up and go, okay, listen,
I didn't make
I
that
want
transaction.
to, hold on,
That's not me.
sir, you said it was
That wasn't me. I swear that wasn't me. That was the other guy.
That was me. I said it was transactional.
That's an interesting observation. David in the chat said, Hood, she finally saw you as a white man and changed her voice. You won. Hey, Dave, what I've been saying, David, you gonna respect me like you gonna respect that white man. I can't imagine it working any other way.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Hey,
I'm
what's
not
up,
just talking
Omni?
about money.
No,
I
I know,
be
Omni.
clear.
I know you. I got you. I don't, people may forget. I don't forget, folks. You still you. Yeah, the fight is this back and forth. And I have to say, there's never any definition of what you guys want from us as far as control, because no matter what you say, it's described as already no romance, transactional. There's no lack of there's no need for intimacy or emotion. You do what I ask you to do. You don't talk back to me. You don't question me as a man. And I am now the leader of my household.
Why is she listing these things off as if they are undesirable negative things? Let's run back through the list again. Making me the bad guy for wanting these things.
No romance, us. As far as I have to say, there's never any definition of what you guys want from us as far as control, because no matter what you say, it's described as already no romance, transactional. There's no lack of
All right, she said no romance and transactional. I'm not really sure what she means by that, but okay.
There's no need for intimacy or emotion.
No intimacy or emotion. I mean, obviously you're wrong about that, but whatever.
You do what I ask you to do.
Yes, yes. Why am I wrong for wanting something like that?
You don't talk back to me.
Again, why am I wrong for wanting something like that?
You don't question me as a man.
Why am I wrong for wanting something like that?
And I am now the leader of my household.
Why can't I be the leader of my household under those terms? Like, you just laid out utopia, and then you mad at me for not wanting to live the dream.
Yet, when we say, does my brain turn off when I get married to you? Do I? And then it's thrown in our face that the laws that men created, we in control of why men are in the situation. But you can't tell me what list, what's the authority list? What's the thing that y'all truly want from us as women?
You literally just described it though. And you see how women play dumb? Well, this one right here anyway, because the other girls, they kept their mouth shut most of the time. They didn't want to be in the hot seat. She wanted to fight. She felt like she can defeat me in battle. The other women weren't so brave, because there's at least one other chick on this panel. I think there were maybe at maximum 3 different women on this panel while I was around. But she wanted to do battle. And I'm always ready to fight a girl, man. I don't know what that says about me, but I fight everybody. It just seems like girls want to fight the most. Dudes don't want to fight that much, man. Dudes be trying to come to a resolution. It'd be the girls that want to fight, man. I swear to God.
If y'all are really, as you say, man oriented, tell us the truth. Tell us the truth.
Let me piggyback. Let me
Please.
piggyback off of that for a second, right?
You got it.
500,000 women in 2017.
Hey, Frizzy, let me get in after Taz.
500,000. We're talking 500,000 women, right? So if the conversation is about women getting what they want from the system, why aren't men that have those issues approaching it with the same route? They don't put together groups to approach this. They're not marching on Washington. A lot of the men's conversation centers around getting some more pussy. It don't center around systemic changes, going to your congressman, dealing with this locally. None of that. None of this is about changing laws or any of that.
Word.
So what are you doing outside of talking about women to change the actual system you're talking about?
Well, black men don't operate like that anyway. Black men won't come together unless it's an operational issue. So that's right. I realized here my response kind of got muffled in the audio, but what I'm saying is black men don't come together like that. Black men typically come together over racial issues. That's the only way. Like the Million Man March was, a bunch of black men trying to come together because the white man is oppressing us, basically, right? We got to get ourselves together to fight oppression. But outside of that, black men don't really come together to, tackle like a purely masculine issue. Like, no, it doesn't happen. White guys are going to do that thing that Taz is asking for. That's pretty much what I'm explaining to Taz here. Well, black men don't operate like that anyway. Black men won't come together unless it's an operational issue. So that's white guys don't do that shit.
Yeah, I got a question for the women's Fernal Immortals and Chocolate. Just be honest. Have you ever had a man that's had you wrapped around his finger, or been in love and just been off, just like got to have this man in love and everything? Y'all say yes. I want to know what law. Okay, what was the law, or what was the attorney's name that helped get you there?
His name, I think that was who was OJ's attorney? I think that's who it was. There you go.
Okay, I'll rest my case, because he went to the system, and that was how he went and got you to fall in love and had you doing everything and crying on the phone.
Yes. He told me.
It was an attorney, right? Or was it the police?
Both. They told I had to meet with all of them before I could even be with my boo. Just saying.
Okay.
I got another question. I got another question. Hood Servitor made a comment saying it was kind of like, it seemed like a blanketed comment. He was saying that he feels as though men are in what men want is in direct conflict with what women want. Why did you say that, and why you feel like that? For the most part.
Well, it's the obvious though. Like, I'm not the one making everybody unhappy. The people are. And I realized as I listen to the playback and hear that kind of question, in a lot of ways, I've taken on a teaching role in this little environment here. I've become something like a teacher here, because outside of the manosphere is talked about in the most like unintelligible ways, right? People outside of it don't talk about it in a way that gives it any real credence or credibility. And so now that they have their boogeyman, so to speak, right in front of them, and they're asking me questions that I'm supposed to fall apart in front of, I don't fall apart. I have answers. I have rhythm. I joke. I laugh. I have a little bit of, charisma, maybe, I'm a real fucking person, right? And so now there's interest. Are where they are before I got here, and nobody seems to be happy. That's the point I was making about all these, relationship panels. Obviously, there's a solid impasse that we don't know how to approach, and I just keep making a different argument because everybody's talking about, how to love her better and all that. I just don't see that as the issue.
Go ahead.
Go
ahead, Taz. You can go.
I'll go after Taz.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I would say so. Contextually, I agree, right? I 100%, I 1000% agree, and I'm agreeing as a married man. I'm telling you, every woman in life that I've ever been with was opposite of me. I didn't like the same shit they liked. I didn't want to do the shit they wanted to do. I ain't like nothing they like, period. Right? So what's wrong with that? How does that change contextually that this is the person you want to be with? And so you start to, you're not losing your mind just because she playing a song you don't like, or she watching some annoying TV show. That doesn't register as important at a certain.
When it comes down to family dynamics, yes, it is. When it comes to family dynamics, yes, it is. The opposites that you had with your women did not matter. I agree with you, Chad. I agree with you, Taz. But it mattered when it came down to your children. Yes, it did matter then.
Right. And this, yeah, you know what's so funny about that, Dolomite? And you probably, I know you kind of been around a while in this whole Black Manosphere thing, and I had beef, and that's so stupid. I had beef with different creators or whatever, and I don't even really talk to most of these guys at this point, but BGS is the only guy I probably still I might talk to him every now and then, and it's kind of chill. But even he and I had our little weird moments over the years. But I realized something. Perhaps I was a little bit too willing to engage in the pettiness of it. And so in the moment, I may allow myself to fall out of character and just go full petty. And that doesn't necessarily gain me what I'm looking for, right? And so over the years, I've learned to kind of refine my approach a bit. And I realized something, right? All you have to do is give me an inch. There are places where I go, I understand it's going to be too resistant or the crowd is too big. Like if there's like 10 people up there, you're going to get drowned out. But generally speaking, if I go into hostile territory and I don't immediately kick the table over, I come in fake nice. Like you see how like this girl right here, whatever her name is, Coco, whatever, with the mic right here. Actually, she's right next to me on the screen, right? That's the one. She came in, and as soon as she started to play hostile, I immediately was like, "What do you mean, girl? Come on, stop! They don't even know how much I love you." Like, I understood. Over the years, I realized something. First, you make nice with the women, and then you kill the men. And all you got to do is give me an inch. I'm gonna do my little dance, and one of your girls gonna like me. And then now we lit. And it's been working pretty well over the last couple of years. I don't really have the beef like I used to have, but I feel like I do better getting my points across. And they girls like me.
This is where the fallout really happens. Because look, I don't think most guys are gonna trip if some girl wants to leave. You know what I mean? But once it comes down to who owns the kids, how are we gonna split the kids up? You got to pay me money for the kids. Now things get real intense, bro. And so, and then there's a lot of down the line things that come with that too. You know what I mean? Like there's this whole issue, like who gets to be mentioned on the school records, right? Do you even get the permission to show up at the school? Little things like that become battlegrounds now.
No, that's real.
See, Taz wanted to fight me so bad, but you can't fight logic because deep down inside, Taz does consider himself a man of like facts and logic. And so, bro, fight me on these facts and this logic. And you really can't. And I don't want to fight you, generally speaking, anyway. So what are we fighting about?
Mentioned on the school records, right? Do you even get the permission to show up at the school? Little things like that become battlegrounds now.
No, that's real. I'm only saying it in this way though, because you're not supposed to get to that fucking point. That's a downside. It's the bad part.
But this is a is versus ought thing, bro. I know what it ought to be, but this is where it is, bro. This is where all of us are. Most of us listening have been through it. So I know what it ought to be, but that's not where we are, bro.
So we can't change it.
But no, I would ask how much of that is people not being willing to balance this shit out to make it right for their children. I'm saying people wrong on both sides of that shit. Having been wrong, but not the only person wrong in my own lifetime. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, there's a balance there that sometimes you ain't acknowledging.
Yeah, I think I think there's a lot of nuances that are different between men and women. But I think when men and women get together and committedly, the core values, a lot of the core values should be similar.
That's not how it works, though. Men and women have completely different. At this point, I would argue men and women have opposing core values. Men want to build families. Women want to be independent of the men who want to build the family. These are opposing core values.
Absolutely.
True.
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
See, they all, and this is a thing I've realized about their approach to it. And I think we're going to get to this because I got a little bit of time. At a certain point in this conversation, this lady, the big mouth chick who keep being unhappy, I had to tell her several times, you really have no place in this discussion. The very fact of you being here is making it more difficult for anything productive to happen.
I agree with that, Freezy. I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's where we fall short a lot of times. Niggas don't give a fuck about no core values.
Right.
Right.
Now I agree with that too.
We don't give about no core values.
Only thing that give a fuck about is the core values.
But that's also disingenuous, Freezy. I'm gonna tell you why that's disingenuous, Freezy. Because you don't think that men, we do shit that we family building and family planning. This ain't niggas just fucking. We talking too. Okay, and a lot of things that we talking to the women that we impregnate, yes, we are. Yes, we are. And a lot of things, and that changes once the relationships goes to that downfall. We keep wanting to ignore that downfall, but we can't ignore the elephant in the room.
I'm gonna make it real simple. Once the baby
if
comes
core
along,
values change,
What her first
it's
child?
always about power and leverage. Once that baby come along, she has power and leverage. That's a simple fact of life. She can
That's not
exercise a
true.
level of control. That she can exercise a level of control she could have never imagined because you love your kid more than you love her.
Shit, bro.
That means there's no core values. What are you talking about?
She don't love the kid more than you love her, and so now she can put you through the ringer because that's the situation.
People with core values don't do this.
This extra bullshit.
Hold on, let me go.
Oh, people with core values don't do that. I'm willing to agree, but what does that say about where we are as a people?
Go ahead, Chocolate, and then whoever else go after that.
I know I look crazy, but I'm telling you, I'm talking to my sister and my brother, so I don't interrupt anyone. And I just told my brother what Hood Conservative said. But anyway, everything that you just said, again, I asked, why aren't you as men, black men, I'm gonna use the manosphere as an example because I've been over there. I know what y'all talk about. I listen. And I find it interesting that there is never a woman that you interview or talk to or ask or a panel of these utopia black women that y'all swear we heathens out here is trying to stop. We trying to stop women from traditional marriages. We trying to stop women from having children. And it comes down to,
Are you blaming me for the propaganda that women put out themselves? Like women haven't been making these videos themselves? Was I the guy who did I invent Strong and Independent? Did I come up with that all by myself?
of course we're going to be combative when we come across men like that, because we are already on the defense because y'all have decided for us without asking. That's what we said. Come talk to us first. But the excuse is we don't want to hear the truth. We don't want to believe what you say. Because we don't agree, y'all get mad. And a woman don't want to deal with that. That's why you don't see a predominance of women out here the way you see men out here talk.
Did she have a question? I forgot, because she just be saying words
about each other. That's where the imbalance, because we meeting each other out here, plus we know the experiences that we've had or grown up with outside. And it's just a basic respect for one another is completely gone. So if you think that we are trying to stop y'all from living, then why does not the manosphere help these men be better and help them find better women? Done. You got it.
They are. I think that was the original plan. I think that
there are no better women. These are the women we got. I don't know how that sounds, but that's what it is. There are no better women. We got the women we got. You're going to have to wait like 20 years for another crop of women. There are no better women. This is it. You go to war with the army you have. Shout out to Donald Rumsfeld.
There is I do think that was the original plan. The original plan got lost. We lost our way on the original plan. I will give y'all that. However, these women are out of line with this judicial system. We got to go back to fighting the court system. I agree. We got to stop fighting the women and start fighting the courts more. I agree. Now that's where I'm at.
But Obsidian said women are going to find themselves lying in a pool of their own excrement if they don't start doing what men tell them. That was 20.
You know, it's so funny. Yeah, that was like almost that was a couple of years ago. Hold on, what did he say? 2018. I remember BGS made a comment similar to that. I think he was talking to Senji about the whole food stamp thing, and Senji was saying, well, if the women were hungry and the kids were starving and they needed the money, what are they supposed to do? And then BGS made a really stark, strident point, but he was like, well, then starve. And the point he was making was that you're either for the team, good or bad, sickness and health, death do us part, or you're not. And women just decided not. And maybe, you can say I needed the money, the kids were hungry. Okay, fine. That can all be true. But now you and I stand apart because of the decisions you made. Whether you think you were forced to, whether you think you had to, whether you think you had no choice. You know what? If you guys watch television and movies a lot, pay attention to this phrase, I had no choice. I notice I hear that phrase quite often in movies. And writers, they make the world the way they want it to, but it's almost like a plot device at this point. They set up almost like a series of false choices for the characters to walk through until they get to the ultimate false choice, and then they say, I have no choice. And then they do something crazy and horrible. It's like, no, I think you might have had a lot of choices on the way.
He did say that, but Cynthia G also said abort black male babies.
Not yesterday.
That was 2022. Now here's the thing with that though. The context of that conversation, I think, always got left out. Because if you got men saying stop having babies by these black bitches, you don't have to raise your kids. The system fucked up, so fuck that bitch. The response to that is going to be what?
Stop using that system against men and children. That's the response that we were looking for. The response was we want to stop. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. That was the response. The response we were looking for is the response we were looking for from women is we're gonna at least slow down using that system against men and children. But rather than slow down, they said we're just gonna kill the kids.
I'm glad I came through here today.
Now, peep game. Everybody is kind of looking at me crazy because I point out it's not about romance, it's about power. It's what you can do and what you're willing to do. And they act like I'm crazy, like I come from a different planet. Right now, hear this. Taz, who's walked through the whole drama with a crazy chick in the family court and all that, he's lived it. He knows how it goes, just like I do.
Down using that system against men and children. But rather than slow down, they said we're just gonna kill the kids.
I'm glad I came through here
That's what was
today.
gonna happen, bro. Like, crazy. No, bro. There's
look. Like I said,
those women would respond in a way that capitulates to what you want.
Like
they're going to do what they want, and 9 times out of 10, I'm just saying, as a father, son, brother, nigga, they're going to do not only what the fuck they want, but they're gonna send a message with what they do. So
there's no magic combination of words, right? It's power, power, power. You niggas gotta lose your romance, bro. Stop trying to tell me I gotta love her better. That's not what this is about.
That's not what we're asking.
I've not said that once.
No,
Love
and
her
I'm
better.
gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because he said it twice, and I'm gonna counter that with this. When men start saying they love themselves,
Now we're getting somewhere. Peep this part.
and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because he said it twice, and I'm gonna.
Shout out to the Rumble gang, by the way. Hit that like button over in the Rumble chat, y'all.
I'm gonna counter that with this. When men start saying they love themselves, because then if you love yourself, you then can love me. Because until a person, human, man, woman, anybody you want to pick and put in this position, if your shit is fucked up and you don't know how to deal with people and you taking advice from folks that ain't even gonna be there, they not trying to help you find a mate, better your life, educate you, nothing, but they want you to be in control of your woman.
You know what? No, I finally
And you're
agree
not
with
in
you.
control of yourself.
That is
Talk
a
about
perfect
emotions. How do y'all cope? I don't hear shit about that.
Now, remember earlier again, she said, I don't know what you guys want from us, and then proceeded to lay out the very things that we want from them, right? Right here. Brilliant. This is actually brilliant what she just said, but she doesn't understand the implication of it because she wants it to be how she wants it to be. No. I'm going to take your good idea and make it great because I'm a fucking man.
No, I
And
finally
you're
agree
not
with
in
you.
control of yourself.
That
Talk
is a
about
perfect
emotions. How do y'all cope? I don't hear shit about that.
That is a
Nowhere,
perfect
no
formula.
corner.
That right there, I'm gonna use that formula. I'm gonna love me, and then you love me, and then that's how we make a happy family.
There you go. There you go. I love me, and then you love me. And everything else will work out. Why is that so hard to ask? Why are you guys afraid of that simple platform? There is a simple proposition. I love me, and then she loves me, and then everything else kind of works itself out. You know, I'll handle problems. As long as you love me, I'll handle problems, right? Don't worry about if I love you. Like, I'm handling problems, right? All right, so shut the fuck up asking me if I love you. Jeez, I'm handling problems.
But that's how it should be.
Right.
You should love yourself.
No,
That
but
gives
he's
you
coming off.
discernment. Oh, I know how he coming off scam.
It all goes
He
in
ain't
one
the
He's
only
coming off
person I'm
selfish,
talking
and
to.
you smell it
Yeah.
from.
He's coming out selfish. He's coming out selfish. Look at him. He wants things for himself. This stupid man. How dare you want things for yourself? Oh, shut up.
Mile away.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Why can't I be selfish?
You can. No one is telling you can't
And
be.
you gotta roll with me because hold on.
Like,
But now you gotta roll with me because my selfishness is better for us than your selfishness.
you have no
Wrong.
idea. Now
That
we broke
makes no
up
sense.
because you
No.
right.
It makes all the sense in the world, all right? When I'm selfish, we win. When you're selfish, you win, and I got to pay you child support. Nah, baby. No.
You can. No one is telling you can't
And
be.
you gotta roll with me because hold on. But
Like,
now you gotta roll with me because my selfishness is better for us than your selfishness.
you have no
Wrong.
idea. Now
That
we broke
makes no
up
sense.
because you
No,
right.
you know what? No, it makes perfect sense. Stop.
No, it doesn't.
I can't get us right until I get me right. You get
Why
you right,
aren't
and you're
you
gonna get a
right
new me.
first?
Hold
I'm
on,
over
wait, time
here. I'm
out.
over here working on.
Right. I can't get us right until I get me right. If you get you right, you're going to get a new me. That's how that goes. That's literally how that goes. You know what's so funny? It's a perfect example. They had that Streamers University thing, right? and they got the girl Cooking with Kaya on Streamers University, right? Cooking with Kaya just broke up with her boyfriend during Streamers U, apparently. Why? Well, he's a bum. That's what she says. He's a bum. And she's like, oh, I kept trying to tell him to get this and do that and get himself together, blah, blah, blah. And he would literally cry, like the nigga cried, like he was a bum. And now she's around guys with a lot. You got literal ball players in your DMs, right? She's not going to blow up and carry her partner along for the ride. And she's not going to look at her partner after the money the way she did for the money. See, before the money, that was her boo, right? After the money, he a bum-ass nigga. Men don't look at women that way. Before the money, that was my boo. After the money, damn, she's still with me, and I've been fucking up all this time. I've been doing all this crazy shit, and she's still next to me. Damn, I got to get myself together, right? I got to do right by her. Like, niggas come around to that, like, you know, sometime in their late 30s. But that's kind of how it works, right? Men and women are just literally different. My selfishness, if I do it just right, I'll carry us both somewhere. Your selfishness, you're going to diss me. You're going to drop me. Find a better me. To the left, to the left.
Yeah, now
That
we
makes
broke
no
up.
sense. No, it's perfect. You know what? No, it makes perfect sense. Stop.
No, it doesn't.
I can't get us right until I get me right. You get
Why
you right,
aren't
and you're
you
gonna get a new
right
me.
Hold
But
on,
that's
I'm over here working on me. You
Right,
are supposed to be over there working on
hold on.
you and your men.
Is that not
Get
the
on-
problem though? I can't get us
out
right if
of
I
our
don't get me
part.
right. So
Get
I
out
gotta
of the
be
lady
selfish,
side.
right? I gotta
Get
be
out
selfish.
of the lady side. Y'all are not helping us. Go help each other.
Now she don't like being selfish. First she told me to love myself, and now when I explain how that works, she's like, oh, this nigga selfish. Get out the lady. Only women can be selfish, right?
Hold on. But that's you just gave us the perfect model. Be more
Yeah.
selfish.
And
Yes,
that's what
be
no,
more
that's
selfish.
not what I said. You are a
Good
clown.
service. You're coming.
You a
You're coming with a
clown.
frame.
Oh, I knew
to
that.
your relation.
Don't worry about that. Go ahead, Scam. I'm sorry.
No,
No, she
conservative.
doesn't like what it means, but that's actually
No.
that's the
That's
order. Yeah, yes.
your
Put
meaning.
yourself first.
That's
As
your
men,
meaning.
put yourselves
I
first.
don't know.
And
And
they don't.
if she
And
falls
they
in
don't.
line, we
And
both
they
win
don't.
together.
Men don't put
But
themselves
No, you
first.
you missed.
That's how you end up with the wrong woman, though.
No, he missed what she was trying to say. But in his mind, relationship is a power struggle and it's combat at the dinner table.
That's it.
It's already starting as a combat.
What's wrong with his
I'm avoiding
interpretation?
the power.
What's
I'm
wrong with his
avoiding the power
interpretation of what
struggle.
she said? No,
By
what is wrong with his
putting me first,
interpretation?
He didn't interpret it
What
at
I'm saying
that
is-
point, and he did
by
not.
being
Excuse me,
selfish, there's
Scam.
no power
Hold
struggle.
on,
It's only
Scam.
me.
Hold on. Excuse me.
You got it, bro.
Right. By being selfish, there is no power struggle. There's only me. I know it's a revolutionary concept because you niggas been black all your lives, and I'm not trying to be black no more. I did that long enough.
Excuse me. He did not. As a person who teach folk,
Right. Trying to be a man. Y'all niggas trying to be niggas. Different levels.
I knew exactly what he was saying. Again, it's the snide ass to the left shit that women like myself and others have.
Women literally invented to the left, mind you. How do we get blamed for to the left? Why are you blaming men for to the left?
I knew exactly what he was saying. Again, it's the snide ass to the left shit that women like myself and others have to deal with when we want to have these conversations. I wasn't trying to stick no jabs at
To the
nobody.
left is literally
I would
women
like, may I
signal.
please finish, sir? And then I got my water, and then you can go. I promise. All I'm saying, which wasn't addressed again, if I just gave you a formula, then wouldn't that mean I'm smarter than y'all because y'all couldn't figure it out all this time? I mean, you got all these men dropping ducats. I mean, y'all get money over there, but you not helping not one of them dudes. They going home dry every night, but they online with you, and y'all pander to these men and you set them up for failure, and then you try to blame women for it. You telling us we shouldn't tell you what to do, but you want to come to me broke. You want to come to me broken. You want to come to me with nothing but
shit.
You. And I am supposed to bow down, baby, with all of my happiness and go, baby, you big black man. You got all the control all over my black ass life. And I'm not supposed to say another thing until we
The
die,
black
right?
ass life. Oh my God. Black ass life.
You heard.
Black ass life. Yeah, you niggas love listening to female preachers, bro. Y'all gotta check yourselves. Female preachers are sinful.
Tell you, man, you niggas love getting preached at by chicks, bro. Niggas in the back row, amen and mm-hmm.
My mama a preacher. My mama a preacher, nigga. My mama a preacher, nigga. Don't take my mama a preacher, nigga.
Hey, bro. That's tough. That's tough, man. You should pray on that, Pastor.
I was listening to female preachers, bro. Y'all gotta check yourselves. Female preachers are sinful.
My mama a preacher. My mama a preacher, nigga. My mama a preacher, nigga. Don't take my mama a preacher, nigga. My mama a preacher, nigga.
Mama. Dragged it out of these niggas, man. God damn.
Oh, no, you don't.
Let me
You listen to Pearly things. You listen to Pearly things, brother.
No. I asked him earlier, Scam. I came up here with the realest. Hey, y'all want to make some real money? What did you say? All y'all need is a black face and just repeat the shit she say. Hey, I can do that with AI, nigga.
I said
we can make that money.
Authentic. I said you gotta be authentic. And you
can
said
make it authentic.
She said, I'm gonna use AI. And then, you can make it authentic. Bro. This is y'all's God, bro. This is y'all's God. This is what y'all get. This is who y'all get up for every Sunday. This is your God. Pathetic.
But if man had to find out that his God was a woman,
I say the black woman is God, and
black woman is God.
I say the black woman is God.
The black woman is God because, she was the first organism on this planet.
Hey, I'm gonna make y'all a deal, man. One more super chat, and we're gonna throw the link in the panel, y'all.
You said I'm not gonna act
We're
right.
gonna throw the link in the chat. One more super chat. We opening up the panel.
And she
what made her authentic?
She love y'all so much too.
What made her authentic though?
Yes.
What made Pearl authentic? I think Pearl came across as authentic because she actually took the avenue of going through the manosphere and talking to the manosphere brothers.
It's because she ugly and she still ain't give a fuck. That's what made it authentic. She was ugly and she gave no fucks.
Pearly sounded like she was reading a script.
So wait, this ain't working for me though, right? She ugly and she gave no fuck because she got niggas right there jumping right behind her, praising her and paying her. So why should she give a fuck?
Everybody say thank you to Carmen. Put some hearts in the chat for Carmen, y'all. Carmen opened up the game, y'all. Put some hearts in the chat for Carmen. Carmen came in the arcade with a pocket full of quarters. Everybody gets to play now. You throw that link in the chat real quick. Shout out to Carmen with the 199 super chat. Hold on. Shout out to don't scroll up. Detroit 313 with the $5 super chat. The black woman blob is God. You're gone too far, Biggs. You're gone too far. One more black woman is God, though. I got you right here. This is a good one.
A lot of people seem to not understand me.
Science proves that the black woman is God. We're not just saying that.
And the black and Latino woman, they manifested themselves out of dark matter energy. All right.
I believe the black woman is God.
Black woman, God. I don't believe God, no man. I believe God, a black woman.
The black woman is God.
But my number one subject matter is the black woman is God. That's first and foremost.
Black woman is God.
The black woman is still God.
You're God, black woman.
The black woman is God. She is the creator. She is the sustainer. She is the provider. She is the first teacher of the children. She is everything to the black race.
But don't get it wrong. I am still a white man's whore.
That link is in the chat. If you guys want to add a few words to the conversation, feel free.
Yeah. Right. So she wasn't in it for like brownie points. She was a believer. She just really felt it down in her ugly bone.
No,
she's
you can't say that because she was getting the brownie points. She got the brownie points for saying it.
Yeah, what's her black boyfriend's name?
Right. Thank you, Scam.
Where's her black? Where's the black boyfriend? And she moved to the States to submit to.
Shout out to Andre with the 279 super chat. The link is in the chat, y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming through tonight, man. Appreciate all of y'all supporting the show.
Hulk! Smash! Smash you! You make Hulk angry. You not like Hulk angry. Hulk no like fighting girls.
The link is in the chat. Thank you so much for smashing that super chat button.
She got a black. She got one. She got a black boyfriend. No, she got a new black boyfriend. She got a new black. She got a black boyfriend. She do
I wouldn't
now,
be
right? Yeah,
surprised
she do.
if she
do.
had another black dude. But yeah,
She got another brother. She got another brother. She got another one.
Black men. That ain't new. But that's again, it goes back to why did all of these men fall in line chasing the bullshit she was saying as if she didn't have no man then.
It's crazy how even Taz acts like niggas cheated on them with a white woman, bro. Even Taz is acting like he got cheated on with a white woman right now. It's really bizarre. This whole like racial pro-black thing is crazy. There's no real. I just don't get it. I kind of get it, but only to the point that you niggas just look crazy. But I don't understand what you really expect to happen here, man. But Taz really feel cheated on.
She wasn't even able to stand on any of that. She didn't have a man then.
Like, listen to how he talks about it and tell me it doesn't sound like he's describing being like cheated on. He's the rejected, scorned lover right now.
That ain't new, but that's again, it goes back to why did all of these men fall in line chasing the bullshit she was saying as if she didn't have no man then. She wasn't even able to stand on any of that. She didn't have a man then.
Because it wasn't about that shit. She was just pure with the message. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean about authenticity.
Let's keep it real. Okay, let's keep it real. A white woman repeating what we were saying made us not look crazy. It made what we were saying not look crazy.
You better say exactly what I was gonna say. Because look, bro, she reviewed 1,000 Kevin Samuels videos, nigga. That was how she started getting views in the first place. She was reviewing his videos.
You know what this kind of remind me of? It's like one of them relationships where like a dude got caught cheating 12 years ago, and every time they get into an argument, they bring up, your girl brings up that one time you got caught cheating 12 years ago. You remember that white woman I caught you in the driveway with? What was that about? Like, god damn, bro, what the fuck is this? Like, I thought we were talking about sports. Niggas will not let go of Pearl, bro. That is crazy. Niggas really do feel like they got cheated on with Pearl. Like, I saw you with that white woman. You thought I ain't gonna know. You thought I was gonna forget. I ain't never gonna forget running around here with this white woman. Yo, niggas really like the scorned lover, man. Y'all some hoes right now. Niggas really sounded like some hoes, bro. You gonna run around on that white woman and leave me here with these babies? You was out there gallivanting with that old blonde head Becky. coming up with talking points about how we ain't shit. Oh my God, these niggas is over there burnt up. It was years ago at this point, man. They just can't get over it. They just can't stop, won't stop, man. Anyway, we got a little panel building up, man. What's going on? Welcome to the show, gentlemen. Thank y'all for coming up. Shout out to True Hype American, man. Oh, dirty folks, just click the link. We about to talk some real shit. True Hype, what's good, bro?
Mama, you know I love you. You know I love you. Mama. Oh man, like yo, what's up with these cats, man? Like it's just too much, man. Even the Pearl thing, like why are you going back to that, man? Like didn't they break down her actual numbers? And she got like a diverse, like kind of like cornucopia of cats or whatever, including them UK cats and her Africans, as she called it. I say, but hey, I guess facts don't want to get in the way of their feelings. Or what stories
that's why I said so. The only way to properly understand where they're coming from is to look at it in the context of being cheated on. Do you know how painful it is to be cheated on, and then to find out it was with a white woman? Oh man, that ain't never dying. That flame in your heart is never gonna go out, bro. It's over. I'm telling you, you can't get over that.
I don't know, man. Like it's just weird, man. And the fact that you're able to kind of stand in it on these joints and like laugh in their face and all that stuff. Part of me would be frustrated. I've been in some situations where I've been able to, just be like, nah, I can just do it like in a moment. But I try to avoid like a lot of them joints, man, because you know how certain people, you just know the kind of conversation you're gonna have, and it's not gonna be fruitful. I try to avoid them joints, man. For real.
I get it, and look, I've been through it a bunch of times, and like I said, I've made it a little mission of mine to kind of get better at this. Or and I spoke about that a little while ago, and I just realized that there's maybe 1 to 3% of people that I can't talk with or to or anything, right? And it is what it is. I don't have to be everywhere. YouTube is a big world, right? And then there's a bigger world online outside of YouTube. So I don't have to be everywhere. But I've worked on fitting in most places, at least long enough to do battle. And I think it kind of helps me in the long run because I want to spread the channel and the imprint, the footprint and all that. So I imagine, at least it's my logic too. You got to be able to go out into not just friendly waters, but hostile waters too, because drama is fun and controversy sells.
I agree somewhat. Actually, no, I agree wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there's some places I probably frequent a whole lot less.
Yeah,
like
facts.
Like the John Galt stuff, right? Because most of the people over there is cool. You got your onesie twosies or whatever that just like kind of incredulous, but like I think your type of comedy diffuses a lot of that too. Anyway, like that one time where you just like, hey, I don't think I'm the monster that you built me up to be, or something like that. Something to that effect. That was pretty funny.
Well, the thing about John Galt, and I like everybody over there except for the one guy, because Big Gay Stanley, these the 1 to 3% of people that even if you want me to talk to you, which Stanley desperately wants me to engage with him, to this day, if I'm in the chat, he says hi to me like a gay stalker. And I just don't engage. I won't talk to you. If I happen to be on a panel with you, I will talk around you. And even that is fun from a stage performance, stagecraft kind of perspective. Because one, people are watching you chase me. Like, it's weird, you know what I mean? And then two, I just don't have to engage with you. Like, I don't have to subject myself to anything. I'm a grown-ass man. I don't have to do a goddamn thing. So you just got to maintain frame in some of these like smaller situations. But again, 1 to 3% of people you really can't do anything with. But I want to kick it to American Man real quick. What's good, bro?
What's up, Dylan? What's up?
One second, real quick. Shout out to Ice with that last $5 super chat. Thank y'all so much, man. The panel is wide open. Everybody's welcome except for BGS. You know, not the good BGS. You know, Big Gay Stanley. Anyway, American man, you got it.
Well, the one thing that was diabolical about them bringing up Pearl, which I knew, you know, there's only one reason they brought Pearl up, was to say that you black men will follow women. She just has to be white. Because if you heard what she said, all I got to do is say what she say, and then you guys will listen.
Well, yeah, but they think that, but they can't really walk it through. Because look at that exchange, right? I said, when she first mentioned it, I told her, well, you have to be authentic, right? You have to act like you like me. And she was like, no, what the hell is that? Like, they can't do it, bro.
Yeah, but they got the same type of energy for Candace Owens, though.
Yeah, right. So I get that. But the problem, again, like their point of bringing up Pearl was, again, to say that you black men want to follow a woman. You just want to follow a white woman. That's their point of bringing Pearl up.
True.
And so that's why I wouldn't have went down that road of even going down the Pearl road, because basically their entire thing is, yeah. You'll follow a woman. It's just got to be a white woman because, you know, you niggas hate your mama. That was the whole reason for them saying that. They had no other.
On the other side of that, American man, right? They don't like the rejection of black female leadership, because in the selection of Pearl, there's a rejection of the black woman, and that's really at the heart of it. You're rejecting black female leadership. That makes you bad.
Right of first refusal.
Oh, that's dumb. You know what's weird about that?
Well, I agree with that, right?
Oh, 1 second.
I agree with that, right? Here's the thing. I reject all female leadership. And I think that was what was supposed to be conveyed, is that all female leadership is rejected.
True. And, you know, I'm not going to fight you on that at all, right? I didn't go down that road argumentation-wise with them in that moment. And that's a, you know, tactical decision. You can go a lot of different ways. I went the way I went. But that's totally valid, right?
Yeah, but that's not true. Or what's her
What's
name?
not true? No, what exactly is not true? Walk it through.
They're saying that you should reject all female leadership just because you're supposed to reject a white woman. Because what's her name got a career? Kendra G and it's a bunch of girls who sound like Kevin Samuels who have a career, and nobody disses them.
Black
women. Hold on, Dirty.
Yo, I was looking at Kendra's channel yesterday, bro. She about to crack 1,000. I seen like 700 something people in her live the other day, bro. She's on her way, and so like they tripping. They just like to hate. That's all.
Hold on, Dirty. No one said. Hold on, Dirty. No one said that you should reject black female leadership. Well, all female leadership because you reject white women. You just reject all female leadership in general because that's not the way the world works. It has nothing to do with no other nationality of woman. You just reject that as the overall premise of living your life.
I think we all agree on that here, though. Like it's them that can't really detail. They can't work the details out. But I think we're not going to fight about that here, bro.
Yeah, we ain't fighting about that, bro. Unless I'm in the brothel because they don't have no clothes on. Whoever got the crown roll bag is the queen.
I want to correct something. I want to correct something. It's Crimson Cure I saw the other day that had like 700 because she's pretty much like red pill manosphere content, but she's a woman and she kind of got like the Muslim thing going on. She got her little niche, and somewhere along the way she like hit a sponsorship. I think she got married over the years too. Like she hit her stride. And the other day, just a couple days ago, I saw her live with over 700 people in the chat. Crimson Cure is about to crack 1,000.
Nah, so YouTube's throttling her, bro.
At this point, she is bigger than Pearly Things right now. Pearly Things is kind of not really hitting her numbers because Pearly got kicked down. She got knocked down hard. Kendra's up right now. I mean,
Pearl got demonetized, and then because of the way she talks. And she's like, she's not as careful as she probably needs to be on the larger platforms. They kind of frown upon her and don't want the quote unquote message to spread.
Between the black hate and the JQ thing with Fuentes, she kind of kneecapped herself.
Yeah,
but YouTube is throttling Crimson Cure, bro. I've seen her at 1,000 at least a year ago. They're throttling.
I didn't know. I didn't know. Because I don't watch her on a regular. I'm just subscribed to her, so I see her here and there, and I'll click in for a second. But
No, you know what? I just wanted to say this. I came up here to say because Hood was talking about they butthurt about Pearly things sounding like the jaded lover that talks about what you did October 16th, 1997. You know what I mean? It's worse than that. It's worse than that, bro. They sound like me talking about Mary J. Blige. Mary J. was my childhood crush. When I see Mary J. with a dude, I'm like, man, she with Eric Benet, man, fuck that nigga. Like I had a chance. I ain't never met Mary. That's how they
why
treat.
did that remind me of a movie? What black movie was that? Oh, he was in love with like a star or something. Oh man. Oh no, The Last Dragon. That was Bruce Leroy. Bruce fucking Leroy.
Damn.
Yeah, you talking about Vanity? Yeah, Vanity.
That's how the conversation happened. We was talking about Sheila E. and I threw in Mary J. He was like, no, Sheila E. was a bona fide baddie. He was like, man, I was talking to a nigga from Brooklyn, of course. He was like, man, I didn't think Mary J. was that hot. She was a round the way girl. I said, man, I like Mary because I knew I could smash Mary. I saw Mary, my mouth start salivating like I could get her, but I couldn't get to her. So every time she got pregnant by KC or something, I'm like, damn, it's my shot. That's how they talk about Pearly. Like they got a shot with any of these Chicago girls. Shout out to all the Chicago girls. Kendra G.
It did. The crazy thing is the little brother watched his nerdy brother get with his crush, bro. Shit pissed him off so bad. You gonna get with this lame ass thing? The little brother was so mad, bro. That was so funny. He was the one who spotted her. He was watching her on TV every day. This nigga in the gym doing kung fu moves. He don't know nothing about her. Next thing you know, the Karate Man stole his girl, bro.
You know what's mad funny about this little interchange just now on the whole Pearl tip? It's like they're like, oh well, she was getting popular doing these reactions. I'm like, she got some traction doing that, but it's not until she actually did something unique. I mean, you know how many reaction channels there are on YouTube? I mean, there's a bunch of
for a long time.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cats, man, doing reactions to Kevin Samuels. There's people still now doing reactions to Kevin Samuels. I see a couple.
Yo, Kevin Samuels' channel is still alive, bro. Let me get Mr. O real quick before we get back to this content.
I hate y'all chat talking about Mary. 1989 Mary was bad. We didn't know she was on coke. We didn't know she was a pass along. 1989 Real Love Mary was my crush, bro. You ain't gonna take that from me, B. 50-year-old Mary.
I think we judging Mary on a project curve. That's all that is. You know, we from the ghetto. She was bad. When you from the suburbs, she ain't shit.
Yeah.
Mr. O, what up, man?
What's good, man? Hey, man. I just want to go ahead and say you got the patience of a kindergarten teacher to sit there and debate fucking Taz and what's his name? Sharon.
Either or, depends on how you feeling about him at the moment.
Sharon. Okay, Sharon. All right. So Sharon was Karen with Taz trying to go ahead and make the black woman as God, but supposedly Pearly Things put the white woman flux on them. Is that was the whole panel discussion was about?
More or less. I mean, it wasn't what the whole panel was about. They kept trying to bring Pearl up to like make the black manosphere like race traders or something weird. Like American Man said, like you don't want to be led by the black woman, but you'll be led by the white woman. Like that's kind of the weight of it.
These simp ass niggas, man. So they just can't let Keisha go. They just gotta be under Keisha. They just gotta be ruled by the beat up, huh? So
that's the point of my stream tonight. Like that's why I kind of went back and forth with these two panels with the same concept. Like you just love being preached at by women. Like when I was on the on the Sharon panel, and she came up like, these jail niggas is creative, and you niggas ain't shit. I'm like, bro, you hear this?
And shout out to Truism in the chat. He even put it. He said, "I bet this shit is from Chicago." And I said, you know what? I wouldn't put it past her. The way she was talking, the way she was disrespectful. That's the typical Midwest chick. She might not be from Chicago, but she has the aesthetic of a Chicago bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Who you talking about?
The chick right there in the top right corner, second to
She is loud and masculine like a Chicago chick. You ain't.
Oh yeah, she definitely project all the way.
So she also like joined them niggas group chats and shit. She like became a part of them niggas like clubs or whatever, so she could actually get the game from the source. You know what I mean?
That though, B.
I don't know, man. She got a Baltimore face though.
That.
Look, she kind of got a Baltimore looking face though, man.
I hate the phrase, bro. Oh, my Baltimore face, and I feel like I know what you mean, and I hate that.
She got a Baltimore face, but she got a Chicago attitude. Like if I wasn't looking at her, bro, and just heard her voice, I could see Detroit. I could see Midwest.
I mean, doesn't she have like the universal B-dub?
No.
She got the inbred look, bro. She got the down south inbred. I sleep with my third cousin because I don't go to family reunions. Look,
yeah.
But she got a Midwest swag though.
Mississippi look.
That's crazy. I mean, I'm glad you guys see the difference. I just see in here universal B-dub.
Yeah, that's that great migration though, man. You know what I'm saying? They moved around.
Like put him on, and then everything went crazy for a while.
You can tell by her eyes she offers.
That's not my point. I really don't care. You can dress her up as whatever you want her to be. The problem I have is that y'all up here, those of you who believe that she cared about black men, when every time, every fucking time,
like
even
niggas is
to
still
my
saying this shit.
dismay, brothers gone, need something, need some help. You go all over Instagram, black men saying, "Thank you, baby. Y'all my biggest supporters." Bop, bop, bop. Yes, there are men like y'all out here spreading these wild rumors that men don't like women.
And there are a ton of
Because
black
you're
female
turning
content
us
creators that make the same
into
content as well.
objects. We are objects to you.
Kendra G.
We are objects to breed your ugly kids.
Yeah, they out here now.
And to financially abuse us. And that's what they want to do. And y'all loud with it.
Hold on.
Wait, pause.
Hold on. Can you go back a minute?
Great
though?
pause,
What this
man, by
is-
the way. Great freeze frame. I'm glad you pointed right there, Hood. Now go ahead, Dirty. I'll let you go first.
No, I'm gonna let American Man go first.
Can you just go back a second and tell me what she said? Breed your what? Because this is the weird part. Like they say all of this as if they care about black men, but when you listen, you could hear the real hatred that comes out.
They eat it up too, though. It's the men on the panel that eat it up. That's what cracks me up. Like, y'all
Even
don't
worse
hear
than
the
that.
hate.
Even worse than that. Everything she's saying, Pearly, that black men are or are not after they listen to Pearly things, right? Black men not helping other black men. Black men ain't putting other niggas on, which is not true. Like men in general always put men on. It's black women and human resources don't hire men.
Bingo.
But with all that being said, when you look at Pearly's staff, it's all black men. When you look at her crew of girls, half of them black women. She feeds more black people than black women do with kids. Because girls don't feed their kids, you know. Ramen noodles
The
on
white woman gets the black man out of more jams than Keisha could ever put him in.
No, I don't know about. Keisha could put you in a lot of jams.
But hey, Maria running up close second, man, because we got a new Maria trying to get Tory Lanez out of jail, man. Yeah. Tell you, it's not the white women you need to watch out for. It's the Latin women. They know the way. Man.
Oh, yeah,
know the
them too. They work hand in hand. See, Becky and Marisol, they working hand in hand to free the black man, because you know what I'm saying, they want to feel the black man.
I gotta point out a little caveat in that though. So it works to his advantage now, but you remember, like there was like 2 months ago when she introduced that bill to get her and those other the other two Hispanic chicks to do that paternal leave or whatever.
I played
Like
that
for,
for y'all,
for
yeah.
yeah, like so this is her way of kind of getting back in good graces.
Well,
Somewhat.
conservative feminism is a thing. We got to deal with that on another note. But let me get back to the clip, man.
And to financially abuse us. And that's what they want to do.
Financially
Y'all
abuse.
loud with it. Y'all feeling bold with it now.
But did you
Your
get,
boy
Well, like
in a
Pearly
hundred.
said,
yo, can you
like
go
Pearly
back
said,
just
slavery
like
wasn't that
45
bad.
seconds?
Exactly. So why should us answer your man
Right
every
there. That's a big
fucking
gun.
time?
Like
Even
niggas is
to
still
my
saying this shit.
dismay. Brothers gone, need something, need some help. You go all over Instagram, black men saying, "Thank you, baby. Y'all my biggest supporters." Bop, bop, bop. Yes, there are men like y'all out here spreading these wild rumors that
But those channels are probably most likely the channels that like cater to women. Like, of course,
Oh,
those
of
are biggest
course.
supporters.
Dr. Umar.
Yeah.
men don't like women
And there are a ton of
Donation.
because
black
you're
female
turning
content
us
creators that make the same
into
content as well.
objects. We are objects to you. We are objects to breed
Uh-uh.
your ugly kids.
Yeah, they out here now.
And
Pause it
to
right there.
financially
Pause it
abuse
right
us.
there.
Pause it right there. Well, how is it our ugly kids when you want the kid, they steal it? It's your
They're
kids.
not
Do you,
our
do
ugly
you,
kids, so that's
yo, do you hear that? Now, we support y'all tooth and nail, and we do it all for y'all. And you ugly niggas too, and your ugly kids. Oh, okay.
We even have your ugly
Okay.
babies. Oh man, she is really hurt. Who
But
ugly
do you know?
babies?
But
Look
Ask
at the
for nigga,
eyes,
man.
Chico. Look at the eyes. The eyes, man, the soul is gone. You know what I'm saying? They glossed over. She probably high off that good side and probably drunk off that Hennessy.
Nah,
But
she
let me tell you.
baby for a nigga, and she ain't never gonna forgive him for that.
she
Hey,
looked
but
like I'm tired, boss. She got that whole look about her.
Hey,
But you-
I guarantee you, a lot of dudes had turned her mouth into a daycare, and they turned her eyes into a playpen. I know the look, I know the face.
Hey, true hype. Are ugly babies heavier?
I mean, it's a burden, man. It's a burden.
Yo, but let me. But all jokes aside, what she's saying is, I'm standing behind y'all when I could be having Brad's blue-eyed kids with good hair. That's what she's really saying.
But she can't though. She can't though.
Right?
Listen,
You don't
we
have-
know she can't, but they believe they have access to Brad.
Man,
I mean,
They got access to any penis. Look, penis is not racist. There is no racist penis on earth, bro.
Well, I'm
just saying.
Nah, that's not true, Dirty. John Mayer said in an interview like about 8 years ago that his joint was a white supremacist. He actually said that in an interview.
Yeah,
Rolling Stone.
Generally speaking, though, bro, like it's a lot of people that hate whatever. The most pro black dudes got white girls, bro. Look, I'm not judging a man by the words or action of a woman. That's not how life works. So, like, sleep with who you want to sleep with. You know how I say I don't trust any man that's married to a black woman? This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. Look at a black man married to a non-black woman. She ain't got to be white. She could be Asian, Latino, whatever, right? His whole staff is black. He going back to Morehouse, paying for student loans. Man, he giving $30,000 at the gas station in Chicago just for poor people. Like, when you're not with a black woman, you could be your greatest you, whatever you are. You could be the greatest you. You ain't got to be a phenomenal person. You could just be a dude with decent credit living in Iowa or Appleton, Wisconsin with a white girl. You with a black girl, you're going to battle everything all your life because you're really dealing with a stripper, a nigga with a vagina. That her whole life is to make sure that your life ain't nothing so she could say she could do bad by herself.
That's right. That's right.
And it's funny they get so far upfield. Like, so the original topic was Travis Hunter got married to his college girlfriend. Did he make a mistake? Like, come on, man. Everybody knows he made a mistake. He didn't get no prenup either, allegedly. Come on, man. Everybody see this play going, man.
Hey, look, we did all we could. He seen the roasting. He seen all the videos about her going to other dudes' parties, being other niggas' videos. This nigga was waiting in a damn car at the damn party. Look, you cannot help a dude like that until he hits rock bottom. Until she takes his ass to divorce court, you know she gonna have at least one or two kids up out of him before that's happened.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Is she like light skinned and mixed, or is she straight up Latina?
She's mixed because her dad's black.
Okay, I'm curious because I was gonna ask, like, so, like, if she was black, would they be saying something different? Do you think?
So she
yeah,
black.
she's black enough. So, all right, we're gonna skip that whole question.
But dad,
okay.
Well, actually, I don't know if that's the stepdad or if that's her biological father. Now that I'm thinking about it, because she is like really light for him to be that dark.
I think we all know. Come on now, guys. How much have we seen? We know that if she was black, there would be no backlash. Let's not. Come on, guys. Let's not do this.
Well,
We
that's
all
why
know
I
the
raised the
reality.
question at all, right? Because I'm wondering if there's a little bit of hating going on.
It could be a colorist what's in there. She could be she could do the Mariah Carey thing. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of chicks want to go ahead and sing Mariah Carey songs, but they deep down hate that light skinned one be a fake black bitch. They hate her because you know what I'm saying. She
I thought you were gonna say married a white man for money and then married a black dude for something else. I don't know.
It don't matter, bro. Because when they whip white dudes or Latino dudes, they still say black men don't take care of their kids. Look at what's her name? I'm about to say Remedy. Tragedy. What's her name? Oh, what's her name?
Remy. Remy?
No. On the YouTubery. Tyranny. Tyranny got 3 kids by a Latino talking about black men don't take care of
tragedy. Yeah. She was on Fantastic's joint. Hood, you was there.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a video on my channel reviewing that, and then you know what's funny? Tyranny came and left a comment about that too. I actually told her you're welcome to come up anytime. We're not gonna be mean to you, Tyranny.
Yo, that was pretty wild, man. It's like she's like, yeah, basically like it's the cycle going on. She completes the cycle instead of breaking the cycle. It's wild, man.
No, but that's because she got clothes on. Look, the issue isn't what women hate, because women hate everything like kids hate vegetables. The problem is men that listen to women with clothes on. They're the danger, right? I'm not afraid of this goofy Baltimore bitch with a Detroit voice. I'm not scared of her. I would be scared of Scam Likely, like you the dude that I have to air out. Because she gonna send you out because she's a professional fight promoter.
Yep.
I gotta worry about
what's so
niggas
interesting about sorry, Dirty. You know what's interesting about this little dynamic, like the dichotomy between these two conversations, right? If y'all watch what was happening on Fantastic's panel, and I was there too with Tyranny, and we were all in the same interaction together.
I was there too, Hood.
And listen to the type of interaction that happens over on the Freezy channel, on Sharon's channel. Fantastic and myself, everybody that was on the Fantastic kind of panel, we were inquisitive, questioning, suspicious even, because I know I was suspicious when she was talking that DV stuff. I asked flat out, like, so was he straight up abusing you or was y'all fighting? Because, you know, I know that they were talking about, because the Mexican men, them Latin men, that's just how they do. And I'm like, yeah, but typically you only got to hit her once, right? You was fighting, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what was going on. You was really trying to give it up. But, you know, I asked her that question flat out and she rejected the question like, I'm not gonna, like, nah. And I was like, you know what, that's fine, you got that. But that was my answer. He wasn't proud. I don't know that he was straight up raw abusive the way she says, because, you know, a woman can say that word and it means what she wants it to mean, not necessarily what actually happened, right? And so again, I'm suspicious. Or when she was talking about her husband, she said, I'm bad. I got me a 27-year-old husband, right? So how is a 27-year-old husband in a leadership position? You got 3 kids. You're 35.
Bro.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
All
Bro.
ex-boyfriends are abusive. I've never seen there's two things I've never seen, right? A girl who said, yo, the last relationship breakup was my fault, and a girl who told me that her ex-boyfriend wasn't abusive.
Hey,
Go hand
hey,
in hand.
look, Charlie Baltimore over here, right? She even mentioned on this joint while Hood was playing earlier that financial abuse. I'm like, so anybody to make a little bit more money than you is financially abusive now? Is that how that
Emotional
go?
abuse. I told her no.
Emotional
I'm
abuse. That's the
emotionally
new
abusive.
one. That's the new one. He be
I'm
saying
emotionally.
these shit to me.
Yeah, meanwhile, she be like, if she was a sword, man, you be all hacked up, man. You know what I'm saying? You be like a Knight's Quest, man. You like getting your arm chopped off, like just the way she be talking to you.
Trying to
Because you
tell you, man,
can't
she
tell
wasn't
me,
abusive. I get killed in this house, bro.
you cannot tell me she ain't throwing some hot grits on somebody, man.
Well, here's the thing, right? Financial abuse, emotional abuse, and verbal abuse, that can all be summed up to one thing: structure.
Oh, I thought you.
I agree, man.
Yeah,
I agree. Because all that is whippings, timeouts, taking allowance. So if you do anything to discipline your toddler, it's
Right.
abuse.
Let's tie it together because y'all both right. It's not just structure. It's not just discipline your toddler. It's a man imposing these things. Because a woman doing that, nobody blinks. When a man introduces discipline, when a man wants to impose some order over his toddlers, oh, now we got to go talk to the court.
But here's a crazy thing: a man is able to do this. Is how much black people want slavery. The logo can do it, right? Because if you're 6 minutes late for work and I write you up, that's why you're trying to be on time. You ain't on time for nothing in your life, short, but you're on time for work, right? You'll take the penalty. You'll take the suspensions. You'll take all the timeouts because of the logo. You'll never meet the president. When I tell guys like, let me be the human resources in your relationship, and dudes be laughing, I'm like, yo, bro, you really need me. You really need to be talking to Keisha. Be like, yo, you better chill before I call Dirty Post, man.
You know, you and I have been talking about this for a while. Like, it's not a bad product per se, but it has to be packaged and shipped correctly. And so, like, when I'm over on this panel here, nobody even tried to walk us down into this type of conversation of direct DV, which I would have never even engaged the way you and I would engage with the conversation right here and now because of where I'm at with them, right? And so that's why I'm making it about power and, you know, vague concepts that imply the proper order. But they're already going to try to, in their mind, they're going to connect me with abuse and violence and all that anyway. So I don't want to let myself get walked into that too willingly. No, it's power and order.
When did I become the face of DV, bro? When did that happen? I blame Izzy. When did I become the YouTube
That's
face
exactly
of DV?
when it happened. I was there. You was there.
like
back to back holding it down, and it's just we went too far, man. Sometimes you've gone too far, Biggs.
No, you know what it is. Anybody that brings it up because everybody dances around it. Anybody that brings it up, they just automatically assume that that's a nuclear option. And anybody's willing to have a nuclear option is willing to use the nuclear option. You know, all things being the same.
I remember right after that show happened, I went back to like catch the I was gonna comment on it after it happened, and this nigga edited the whole section out. I'm like, this sucker ass nigga, bro. We was cooking. This is the best TV conversation you ever had on Black YouTube. This nigga erased it. All right, anyway, all right, I'm done.
Well, real quick.
Y'all loud with it.
Hold on, what you want?
Well, real quick. Here's the thing with DV, right? I don't remember if it was 19 or 20. There was a stat that came out that said DV is initiated 90-something% by women.
By women?
Now, couple that with a woman could duff you out 30 times. You push her. Hold on, right? You push her and she fall after she duffed you out 30 times. Don't they always have that look on their face?
Yep.
Right? Always have that look, and therefore you're an abuser.
Let me read this out to you. From 1976 to 1987, This is my sweet little childhood right there. This is what I was born into. This is why I am the way that I am, and I'm proud to be my father's son because I won't never let you bitches get me. From 1976 to 1987, statistics show that more black men were killed by their spouses than black women. Okay, for a good 10-year run. From 1976 to 1987, that's a little bit close to 11 years, maybe.
That's baby boomer women right there, and some
But they deserved it. I know who my mama was.
Look. A study of IPV, that's interpersonal violence, between 1993 and 1998 found black men were victimized at a rate 62% higher. Not at a 62% rate. We are 62% higher, more than half, right? We get almost double what the white man gets, basically.
This is how crazy that is, right?
2.5 times than all other racial groups. Okay, so
when you think about think about this, the black male face of domestic violence is O.J. Simpson, and that was a white one. But everybody, when they talk about DV, they talk about them grits. I ain't even got to say who happened to. Who got the high grits? Everybody know. So
Grizzing.
Nah, when she hit me, y'all laugh. When I defend myself, y'all fight me.
Yeah, but like we done seen there's countless videos on the internet. I just watched one like probably an hour before you went live, Hood, where the dude's driving. He's probably going about 50 miles an hour. He was speeding down, like he was going faster than probably 20 miles an hour. And the chick's trying to like punch him in the face while he's driving, trying to choke him while he's driving.
Bro, I put a chick out on the side of Lakeshore Drive, man, right on Irving Park Ave, nigga, because she was doing that. I'm doing 45, 50 on curves.
Yeah, we got this in 4K though. We got this all in 4K, and then people are trying to tell us, don't believe your lying eyes. Women can't do that much damage anyway. Even if she can't do that much damage.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
You're supposed to take it. You built for this.
Yeah, that's trash, man.
Abuse, bro. Black people think masculinity means taking a woman's abuse.
Yeah. Well, not just black people. Not just black people though, because I had a back and forth with a chick, and she ended up agreeing with me. You know what I'm saying? That she's like, she was trying to like tacitly agree. Like I showed her, I commented on the video, a white dude getting hammer fist in the face by his little girlfriend. And he's like, you're hitting me. And then he hits her and she just like disappears, like off screen. And then,
real quick.
Didn't have to hit her that hard.
With it now. Because your boy.
Well, like Pearly said, slavery wasn't that bad.
Exactly. So why should us, this beautiful Adonis of a white woman, and all of her, learnings and understandings of the long history of pain that black men went through? You know what? It made me want to get
Adonis
off this
is a male.
Right. And just thank
I forget
her
what
so
she
much.
said exactly though. What did she say?
You know what's so crazy though? Y'all really need niggas to think about slavery so that we can keep pledging our allegiance to this hostile woman who don't want no peace with us. Like, ain't no way, bro. You can keep the listen to yourself.
Oh yeah, we're at this part now. I have to explain the race black woman theory.
Who's hostile? Who's hostile? Me?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Is it you?
Who's trying to force niggas to acknowledge
You
slavery?
heard, I said what I said, and y'all heard it exactly right.
Well, why couldn't
Right,
you just?
so you
I
think-
asked you.
well, wait.
Why are you mad?
Well, I want to know. Do you think the acknowledgement of slavery is about black women? Because I would say the reason why someone like
No, it's a
myself would
hook,
think that.
bro.
Okay, but that's history. That's American history. That did happen, and that's more relevant to white people as opposed to black women. I don't know how you swinging black women into it as if they weren't slaves too.
Like I said, we're gonna always keep talking about slavery, so we can always keep pledging our allegiance to these women who don't agree with us. They don't support us. They on their own mission. They don't care about our problems. If you address your problem with her plainly and directly, they don't care. Oh, what?
I dare you travel back in time and
I don't understand
You
what you're
haven't
saying.
asked. Yeah, you haven't asked the two women.
I'm only
I'm only
Pause.
gonna fight the guy who's in front of me. I'm not gonna fight the guy who's behind me.
Pause real quick. Pause real quick.
I swear to
I'm gonna give you a
God.
better argument for the slavery thing, and you can rebrand it because I know I'm harsh, right? You can rebrand what I'm about to say. Slavery was the act of free labor, right? That's what slavery was, right? You're doing a job for minimal wages, right?
The minimal list of wages.
No, there was a slave wage. So it's not they did not get paid. They just didn't get paid a living wage. They got paid in accommodations. They got Sunday
Room and
off.
board, basically. You got
Right.
a couple of extras. You might get a fiddle or something.
Right, a quarter here and there.
The big
But so it was an act of labor, though, right? Show me any place USA where women, not even just black women, but especially black women, don't try to sleep with the boss to get off work 2 hours early and then try to get her male co-workers to do a job for her.
Bro.
Slavery was no different. This is one doing nothing. They were sleeping with the boss, so they didn't have to do nothing.
Hey, what was Don Johnson's character name in Django? I say no more.
Don Johnson.
I forgot that. What was his name? I know the character. Cause they was that's when they blew up the little wagon with the tooth
That wasn't
thing on the
Candyman,
top.
was it?
They had
Was that
Clan
Candyman?
Ride.
No,
Now
that was
Candyman was the main character.
That
was
DiCaprio.
Candyland, actually.
Yeah.
Man,
But
it
no,
was
I
bad.
forget. Yeah, but they was the Clan Riders. Don Johnson led the Clan
Big
raid.
Daddy. It was Big
Right.
Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Big
there you
Daddy.
go. Big Daddy. Oh, shut up, Snowman. What's good, bro?
What's good, my guy? What's good, man? Look, I'll tell you what. I like going in places where I'm not, generally welcome, and people aren't all that necessarily cordial either. But I don't know how you deal with fucking stupid for as long as you do.
Bars.
For real, dude, because this isn't just ninja shit.
It's an
This is
art.
stupid toddler stuff that you're talking about. And
It's
it's
an
going
art.
right over everyone's head. Like, here's the point, and everyone's right underneath it.
Well, like I said, if I wasn't literally driving an automobile for like the vast majority of these conversations, I'd probably be on my own channel talking about much better things. But this kills the time on a long ride. And
Hey, you know what else
look at
kills
the
the time
great
and-
content it provides. Look at the togetherness it provided for us here. You know what I mean? This is why I do it, for us.
Right. But all it does is expose that. Look, it's like you said earlier. That's why black supremacy is never going to be a thing, ever, because no supremacist takes their orders from a woman. A woman is literally, a woman has been literally perfectly built to be nothing more than a slave to a man.
Bars.
Thank you.
Snowman,
Thank
were you
you.
listening
Bars.
when I made that exact argument? I was over on. I got to get my soundboard back too. You just made me think about that. But no, I was over at what's that guy? Q Butter, right? Because Q Butter, he kind of
Q
does
Butter.
like the John Galt thing, all day
That's coming
streaming
pause,
with everybody
bro.
up
Q
there. talking.
Butter. Pause, bro. You gotta say pause. Every time.
That's his name, yo. Q-U-E.
I watch
Butter.
him from time
Maybe
to
it's
time,
K
too.
Butter, like it's Mexican. It's K Butter.
I watch him from time to time too, Hood.
But no, I was over there, and I haven't been over there in a while because they're even worse than this group. They're
Yeah.
like, that's a bunch of the 3% I really can't do much with. But I was over there one time, and they were talking. This is why I clicked the link, because it was the topic I couldn't avoid. Right? Should black people be more racist?
Wow. Dude, imagine if I started a stream and it said, should white people be more supremacist?
You're not allowed. Even with me side by side, you're not allowed, bro. I can't do
Dude,
that.
we would be shut down in a matter of 3 minutes.
They shut you
I'll
down, man.
slide down on you, bro. I'll slide down on you. Just use the soundboard and be like, that's right.
But look. So they're talking about other ethnicities and all that, obviously. But then I pointed out, just like you said, bro, you niggas can't be racist because you're feminist. How you gonna be a racist that you listen to your girl?
Right.
Racists don't listen to their women, bro. I literally that exact argument you said, I pitched it real time, live on the spot. Like I never even thought about it before I was confronted with it. I'm like, you niggas can't do racism.
Racists don't give a shit what dude. A racist will slap the dog shit out of his old lady for opening her mouth.
Girls won't let you.
get this.
You try to be racist, the girl gonna come back with a white baby.
Hey, but get this, what they for, right? Calling their own people, whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna be a superior race, but you allowing all these people to thin your numbers? You know what I'm saying? Just
all
from
these people, dude, they're thinning their numbers. No one else is doing it but them.
no, that's what I'm saying. Though.
You letting your woman destroy your soldiers, bro. You suck at race war.
Not only is she's killing off your kids before they're born, then she's poisoning you. That way you go sterile and can't get her pregnant again.
Oh, hey, on the back of that, hood. Who's being hostile?
Oh, bro, they don't know what hostility. See, they think it's only hostility if she's actually openly calling you a bitch and yelling and cursing, raising. They think that's hostility. No, my friend. Hostility starts way before that. You gotta nip that shit in the bud.
Hostility is the fact I still got to deal with your fucking bitch ass.
Right.
That's hostility.
You're talking with clothes on. I feel violated.
Hey,
I would argue that they know
to what Dirty says though. If you employ that tactic, dude, my marriage has never been better.
I'm trying to tell you, man. You're welcome.
I'm serious, dude. I only have serious conversations when she's naked, and our marriage has been tip top.
You have to at least strip down to a negligee to get me to listen.
Absolutely.
Man.
You gotta let at least one of them nipples slip out, man. That way I can be sitting there tweaking on it while you're talking to me.
Yeah, you can talk. I'm not gonna listen, but you can talk. Talk all you want. Huh?
You can add this to your jacket. You don't pay women to annoy you. So if she want to continue having a roof over her head and some bingo money or anything like that, she better not annoy you. You'll have
bro. When I told dudes charge her $40 for an argument, like she charged you $40 for sex, nobody understood me. I said, this is what she wants. She don't care about her body. She put anything in her coochie.
Bro,
she care about the arguments.
Right? You think they argue with you because
she cares about you telling her she's right?
Arguing is an activity in itself, bro. Like men don't really get that about women.
Blood pressure as you get older. No,
I'm not with it. But like, no, that's how women look at it. Like it's an activity.
No, it's like playing Monopoly for women.
No, but they think, oh, he likes the challenge. Like, no.
Well, you know what though? They're not wrong because look at who I've been talking to all day, right?
Those aren't men, dude. Those are women dressed in men
clothes. But
I'm not saying they're men or not, but this is what's out there. Like, so she knows her audience. You feel me?
Yeah, but they're conditioned to accept it. That don't mean they like it. Because the second they get different treatment, they don't know how to act. They're like,
motherfuckers, they like it because that's the only time their peen ever gets touched.
Well, that's why they chase white women away, or any non-black woman. It's why, like, when you see on Lapice, what was that little like Arabian chick they had on Lapice for a while?
Amara.
Bro, she's like a Christian Arab or something like that. Like, bro, they hate her.
Oh, yeah, absolutely hate her.
Sweet and innocent or whatever, but they hate her.
They hate her. You think they hate her more than they hate you just playing PlayStation, being happy by yourself?
Yeah,
they hate anyone that's lifting up a black man. Period. If we're talking about black women, women don't give a fuck if you ain't sitting and dogging on the black man like they are, and then trying to pull the reverse psychology and convince them that they're not doing it, that they're supporting them. Then you ain't on their time.
Hey, Snowman, let's talk about this Pavlovian response that you brought up earlier, man. It's like they argue with the dude, then they touch on him, so they confusing them. You know what I'm saying?
You know what that is? It literally, it's a control mechanism.
Right.
Well, in that way that
you're happy,
they do it that way that the man
is sad, and I reward you with sex.
Well, they do it too. That way they can get these men to actually believe that they're sexual deviants, man, because they're trying to get it to where they correlate sex with violence.
Trauma bonding.
There you
go. There you go. Trauma bonding.
Trauma bonding. Let's get back to the clip.
Because sex and violence do kind of go together. But trauma.
Yeah, but they run it into a dark place, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So they want you to pretend like you're raping them while they're literally sitting there.
Yeah, bro.
Monetize. Come on.
My bad.
I'm not saying white women probably had our back more in slavery. They taught us how to read.
Stop. I am not saying that slavery put us at odds. I am saying slavery and the
Didn't
memory.
the town say white women had our back
No,
doing slavery, my nigga?
No, nigga. Stop.
Wow.
Pastor, stop helping me, bro. I got this, bro. You know, we not on the same team, Pastor. You be wilding.
I don't trust Pastor.
You know what?
Man, they'll say anything.
I'm talking about the rest of the night. I don't give a fuck about what you talk.
This is why internet is
just now said that white woman, the same motherfucker that you couldn't even look at, helped us out doing slavery is asinine, bruh. Fuck out of
They were the
Who do you
abolitionists.
think taught the slaves how to read, though? You think it was one of the men?
Yeah, because there was a stock and a plethora of black people that were free that were giving a fuck about any of the slaves.
Hey, also, did you ever hear the stories about the the women, the black women that own their husbands, and then would like kind of get into a fight and then sell them off?
I mean, that went in both directions, to be fair. Like, one time a son sold his own father. Like, niggas was just ruthless, bro.
I would sell my father.
Well, hold on. Well,
I'd
hold
sell
on.
my dad too, but I don't think I'd get much in return.
Well, Hood, did you actually say that, or is that just them projecting?
No, I'm not scared. I'm not capping. There was like a journal of like the slave narratives during that time, and like people were buying and selling, and there was this one black guy. Don't ask me his name, but he went around documenting the stories of like black people during slavery, like particular like the slave ownership and the hows and whys. And once he started asking questions about why you did this, so like some guy, he would find his dad or whatever, like a young man, he'd be free, and his dad is still enslaved on such and such plantation, and so he would buy his dad because that's his dad, right? But then you and your dad have a little argument, have a falling out, and I'm like, I know this fucking slave ain't talking shit to me in my house, nigga. $50. Who
down the
wants
road.
this?
I know this
Like,
down
it's
the road.
real. I'm
What is
telling
that?
you, it's real, bro.
No.
Hey, dude,
The question I'm asking is, did you actually say to them on that panel, white women helped black men?
No, Pastor said that. Pastor said
Right.
that.
So
He didn't do that.
that's why I'm like, they're just projecting all of this onto you because you pointed out that this chick was hostile to them, which they know she is, but they can't admit it because then they won't get laid.
Well,
and
real quick though, I would like to point out that you're giving your accolades to the wrong direction. You should be thanking white men for white women helping black men, because if it wasn't for white men, white women wouldn't exist.
You
I'm
really want credit for that?
No.
You know what? That's an in-house problem. Y'all gonna have to deal with that among
No.
yourselves.
I'm help my maker out. I'm gonna help my maker out.
Hey, if they can be pro black and lose all sight of anything that has to do with reality, then I can do it and be pro white.
No. You still give credit to what? You still give credit to.
I don't have to, dude. Being pro black makes anything logical.
No, I'm not talking about the pro. I'm not talking about the pro crayon part. I'm talking about the credit. You still give credit to white women because white women made you do it. I had a talk with a white man who put his daughter in Boy Scouts, and I said, "Why would you do that?" Oh, me and my wife decided. Look, women
That's
will
not
make
a white man. That's a pussy. He's a black.
Yeah, well, y'all the biggest.
Well, how you think we got here, though? That's what I'm saying, bro. They would disobey us so hard.
But you're blaming blacks or whites for things that blacks did now.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that
you are, because that was not a white man if he's listening to his wife.
But wait, he's still a liberal.
Oh,
Look,
see, no. See,
you're not gonna get out that little.
Yeah, man.
He's trying to do that okey doke shit, Hood.
Yeah. You can't be just reclassifying like they did with the gingers, man. Come on.
Right. Oh, he's not white because he's a bitch. No, stop.
No, that's exactly it, though.
That.
Hey, just like you say that you're not black because you don't act all ratchet, man. I'm telling you, we need to start our own classification, because if that's the case, then I'm not white because I don't act like these
white
other
people
white
already do that, but there's a price that comes with it. You have to be in the billionaire white man's club to play that game, bro.
If we just get rid of the majority below the bell curve, right next to Forrest Gump, we all be fine. But no, y'all call them cool, y'all call them lit, y'all want to fuck them because they're easy and dumb on both genders. You know what I'm saying? So we just stuck with these people.
You
guys mess around with fat bitches so much that they actually think they're hot now.
Hey, I second the white man.
Trying to design white people more at a time when they're trying to come together and erase those invisible barriers, man.
Yeah, you racist.
Go back to the days when fat women realized that they were mopeds like they are.
That was just 2010.
That's weak men messing up the marketplace. That's across the gender, or not the gender, but the racial gap.
Yeah, hold on. Let's get back to the clip. Niggas say anything, bro. That was crazy.
I just wondering how they
and they want.
I
want y'all to address this question, bro.
And they wonder why black women are out of control that they complain about.
Outside of slavery,
This is why.
Cam is such a fucking
What else
feminist.
can you use to emotionally shame me to get back in line?
bro. I don't even. Bro, it don't even matter, bro.
So
At this point, your brain
I want to
fucked
answer
up,
that
bro.
though.
The
Wait,
fact
I
that
want
you
to answer
just
that
said,
though.
bro,
why do
your
you
brain
think
too
somebody
fucked up
want
to
to
even
shame
worry about a
you?
goddamn black. What a black woman doing, what a
hold on.
black woman doing is the last thing you need to be worried about. You need to take your ass back to school, back to goddamn social studies, goddamn. I don't know
You
what
can't
the heck.
answer the question though.
Your brain
I
is
know I'm stupid.
scrambled,
I'm
my guy.
stupid, but you
Bro,
can't
ask
answer the question,
the
bro.
question again,
Outside
bro.
of bringing up slavery, outside of bringing up, because we talk about the manosphere with Pearly things. It's because she white. We talk about the white manosphere. They racist, right? Everything is to bring up slavery and racism. Outside of slavery, what can you use to keep me in line?
Okay, why do you? So I want to understand the context of what you're saying. Because if you're just saying emotional events, you got Tulsa, you got Lynching, you got a whole bunch of quote unquote emotional ties. You should have
More slavery stuff, yeah, racism. Same, it's the same thing. More racism. Outside of the race war, what can you use to keep me in line?
Okay, and so now we need to understand what you mean when you say keep you in line, because if you want to detach from your people, just fucking detach, nigga. Nobody's trying
Well,
to.
no, you don't like
the fact that I'm pointing out these problems, and so it's like, well, racism. Never mind those problems. Racism. I'm like, all right, fine. Outside of the racism, what else can you do to make me forget about all these real issues?
What are the real issues you're referring to that are bigger than?
Oh my God,
dude, he needs to quit with that.
Hold on one second.
Family court is bigger than racism.
Hold on one second, Pastor. Hold on.
Let's deal with family court. My bad.
Hold on one second. Shout out to CMC. Thank you for your $10 super cap. You said a little something for your stream, dog. I appreciate you. And shout out to my sister, Conversations with MJ, for the 25 ball. She said, have a great show, Freezy. Salute. Keep up the great work ethic. Shout out to you, MJ. Make sure y'all subscribe to MJ's channel, hit that notification bell. MJ is the initial sponsor of tonight's show. To be a co-sponsor or official sponsor, it's only $25 or more.
Did you close the door? So yes, family court is bigger than racism. I think
hold
so.
on.
I think racism is.
That's part. Did you hear what he said? He said there was lynching, there was Jim Crow. These are the emotional ties you should have.
Yeah, that's why I move right past it, because it's all the same thing. Slavery, racism, it's all the forevolution. It's all the race war, the never-ending race war.
Well,
and
no,
he doesn't really get that. I'm trying to make him understand the concept, but he really can't even see the concept yet. And so that's kind of where we are.
But that's not the point of what I'm talking about. The fact that like you're that he's alluding to, you are supposed to be forever emotional over these things. Why would a man or an alleged man
there you
talk like that? Why? Well, you got to be emotional. What?
Alleged man. That's a nice way to introduce that. Alleged man.
I have a shout out to my aunt. I grew up, right? I remember
Spit it out. It ain't yours.
No,
no, right? It's so pause. Ew. Anyway, dirty folks, start from the top. Forget what that white.
I remember being
said.
15 years old, listening to my older cousins, listening to my mom, you know, all that. And I'm like, yo, this feel like slavery, right? And I was like, yo, I'm bucking it, right? I'm bucking slavery. They trying to emasculate me. They trying to break me, right? So shout out to my auntie. Now I'm 35. 20 years have passed before I realized that matriarchy is slavery. That's why I'm listening to Girls with Clothes On, right? I'm at a memorial service. My aunt flies in from California, asked me how I'm doing. I'm talking to her. I'm telling her about my dad. She was like, don't pay attention to my brother. He just want to be a slave. Be a cosplay slave. And for some reason, it made the first 35 years of my life make so much sense. So then when you said that, yo, sons were buying their dads and then selling them like, yo, I can't do this cuckold shit. That's the feeling. So imagine 5/6 of America were free black people. Like everybody think every black man was a slave. Like 5/6 of black people were free. And you go down and you find your people and you buy your people and they just slave. Like there's nothing you do.
Great majority? Oh, you saying the great majority of blacks were free?
There were 6 million. There were 6 million black people on an 1860 census. There were 6 million black people. Go look it up. 800,000 were slaves.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's enough right
That's
there.
not, that's like what 1%?
That's like
It's higher than
maybe
one, but
1.5%.
That's closer to 20, like 18%.
No, you said what was it? There was 6 million people here,
and 800,000 were slaves. So like almost a million slaves out of 6 million people.
Okay,
yeah, that's
I guess
under
you're right.
20%. It's
Yeah,
not
you're
one
right.
at all, but it's under
That's
20.
still, dude, that still ain't bad.
Nope.
How you I think there's gonna be a lot of people that are going to be disappointed with them numbers to find out they ain't getting no reparations.
See, that's why they don't want niggas to read or do numbers.
Right. So you looking at like you got all these free people like, man, I'm industrious, I know how to read, man, I'm out here, I got me a light-skinned Native American chick, or as you know, as he'll say, you know, a black mixed girl, and we doing our thing. We got our little cubby hole, you know,
That
$8,000.
sounds ghetto as shit. Cubby hole.
Hey.
I remember
We came from Ohio. I've been to Ohio.
Yeah, but we weren't trying to knock boots in a cubby hole.
Yeah,
I've been y'all cribs look like slave shacks, bro. Which is another thing.
Why don't you take her out back in the backyard and do it in a doghouse then?
Slave shacks, to be honest, people don't want to admit this either. Slave shacks have to be put in historical context. Those are the homes of the time. Because Cleveland still got people living in them fucking shacks. When I went out there in 2008, they still living. So I'm like, is this slavery?
Yes,
That was the
it is.
house of the time.
Hey,
So
when I lived in Ohio, man, the house that I lived in was right next door to what they called the old slave house, which was the slave quarters for a mansion that was like maybe a block down the road from me.
Well, damn.
I'm with you, Dave. Cubby shaming is wild. I'm with you, man. Cubby hole shaming is
Cubby shaming.
Shout out to the Boy Scouts. What the Scouts now? My bad. The Scouts.
right. Because the boys can't
because-
talk.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. They gutted Girl Scouts, and Girl Scouts was trash, so they took over Scouts instead. So they got better.
No. They still got.
No, they don't
the
have
Girl
Boy
Scouts.
Scouts.
They still got Girl
have
Scouts.
Yeah, Boy Scouts are gay.
Those are for the
Scouts.
gay. Girl
are
Scouts are for gay white dudes.
No, but I'm saying like Girl Scouts, they gutted all the programs in it, and then they moved over to Boy Scouts, and then they called it Scouts. Well, the Boy Scouts and Scouts, it's pretty much co-ed now.
Yeah.
But Girl Scouts still exists, but they be talking about how it's trash now because all they do is like sell cookies.
That's all they ever did. And I actually,
They just literally got them on the block. That's crazy. They just put the girls on the block.
hey, with Riley Freeman trying to sell cookies. But I asked them, right? I asked a liberal white man, you know what I'm saying, who would be, pause, masculine. You would think so. He worked at the railroad. He a conductor or some shit for the railroad, you know, sweaty, you know, middle class job, you know, 2-parent home. And I said, why do you have your girl in Boy Scouts? He told me because Girl Scouts don't have enough activities. I said, both handbooks come from the same place. Why didn't they copy paste it and control F he into she and let the girls do their own thing? Oh, well, Boy Scouts is organized better. But think about this. No, but think about this. And y'all, anytime USA, go to a YMCA. There's more women in YMCA than YWCA. Then go past a YWCA. There's 3 cars there, and I bet all 3 employees. Women don't go to women's workout world. Women don't go to YWCA. Women want to invade men's space just so men feel uncomfortable and they can say that you're harassing.
Hey, Dirty, remember Weight Watchers went out of business, what, last year, this year? That was all women. They
Hey, let's be real. Crack helped women lose more weight than anything else.
And Ozempic.
I mean, yeah. There's also the Coke diet. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about that though.
Yeah, let's
Meth
move.
diet is doing pretty well too if you like skeleton.
Right,
I can sew
so-
this up in a
let's
second.
go ahead. You go and I'll go after
Yeah,
you.
I got the perfect solution for family court. Quit fucking women that you don't know and don't like.
That's not a good enough answer. That's not a good enough answer. Most men do most men knew and loved and liked their wives. That's not good enough. Taz, you got it, Taz. You got it,
Let's say
Taz.
you do get caught up, right? Let's say you do get caught
Like Papoose didn't love Remy.
Yeah, man.
Let's go back to what I said about 20 minutes ago. when do you start advocating for yourself then in that system? Because I ain't seen no march on Washington from men. I ain't seen
Like Corey
fathers
Harding
gather up
and
at
like
family court
Love
to
Tia.
protest. None of that. I hear a lot of complaint about family court from individual men. So when do men get together and challenge the family court system the way the women you complain about have
Hey,
challenged?
Hood.
Hey, pause this a minute. Pause this a minute.
Yeah,
Because you
yeah,
know what?
please.
You know what?
'Cause
I don't know what Taz is bitching about because he didn't pay child support just like the rest of us that didn't pay child support. So he can shut his fucking mouth.
Well, not just that. He's talking about like men banding together for family court. The problem is, for a lot of dudes, they wait until it happens to them, and they make fun of dudes when it does happen to them, and they just be like they're completely like emotionless when it comes to like something that could happen to you in the future. But they be like, "Oh, I'm me, I'm the man. Oh, I got all this game." But then when all that falls by the wayside, go ahead.
Look,
Look at what's
Taz is
happening
from
right
Allen
here.
County,
Look at
Ohio,
what's
too.
happening. Look at on this panel. Niggas are all everybody on this panel except the pastor is fighting me every step of the way. And now it's, well, why aren't the men coming together? Nigga, it's you. You're why the men aren't coming together, bro.
Because
they want to keep placating for these fucking dumbass bitches.
Well, that's what I said, right? Like this guy saying it, right? Once he goes to one meeting with men trying to get together, he's gonna go home to his wife and complain about how men are getting together because he wants to seem like a good real man so that he might be able to sniff it out that month. And she's gonna go complain to the small hats, and then the small hats are gonna go to the government and say, "Hey, there's something happening over here, right?" And so it's niggas like him that like they say stuff like that, but like, bro, you're the opposition. Like, if you want this, right? If you want this movement to really start, you have to lay in the box for it to happen.
Yeah, and honestly, man, like it's a damn shame, man. Like, cause I guarantee you, even him talking up there, pounding his chest, knows at least two dudes in his circle that have gone through something real bad.
He went through it. You had to move from Ohio to fucking California to get away from it.
There you go.
Right. And nigga, that was literally his advice. Like, that's what you should do. You just got to move away from her. I'm like, man, you see.
Oh, so just run from it.
Ohio. Right.
So be a deadbeat to duck child support. I'm with that. I'm
Yeah.
It's my baby or her baby.
Hey, I don't call it being a deadbait. I call it it's a survival technique, is what it is.
Look,
It's not being a deadbeat, it's called surviving.
So hold on. So you guys just literally made the point. You guys just made what I said 100% valid. He actually ran from it, and then still will sit here and complain to Keisha about men trying to do it.
I was pointing that out too, American man.
No, we being facetious, but
that's wild.
Why are you shocked? Why are you shocked that we agree with you?
No, you know what's wild?
No, I'm not shocked. I'm just saying, like, but he says it as if, like, bro, if for this to happen, bro, you have to lay in the box. Like, it's weird.
American man, it's crazier than this. This is how tolerant was. You start off saying men don't fight the system, and then the next thing you say is run, nigga, run. Like, if it's like arguing with a woman, you're gonna argue both sides.
Well, who raised them?
No, but this is female logic though, because
who raised them?
They're not holding the same like frame throughout the whole conversation. It's just whatever you win in that moment.
They should have did like their daddy did when they were kids and told their mom they was going to the grocery store to get some cigarettes and never came back.
So it don't have to be consistent though. Like, I just have to win the moment, and I don't care about the last thing that was said as long as I can get the next thing was said and I can win this moment.
That was an argument Hood had about Sharon Bracey the other day. Like, you can't argue both sides of the fence, bro. Like, pick a side.
Fuck Sharon.
I mean, maybe he can. Maybe he can. Maybe that's something he want to tell us.
No, if you watch Sharon earlier when Hood was showing him, that motherfucker will sit there and do just what Hood said. He'll let you get just to a point to where he can interrupt you, derail what you're saying, and then direct it how he wants it. But he'll let all them bitches and all those fags up there that want to talk like him sit and say whatever they want unobstructed.
Oh, y'all need to be like the jail dudes. They're creative.
Bro.
Yeah, meth heads are too.
Yeah, they are. They are crack here. So you know what? I told y'all my foolproof
Hey,
way.
look, Dirty, I got a meth head buddy. His power went out. So you know what he did? He rigged his fridge up to a fucking DeWalt fucking cordless battery.
First of all, that's kind of dope. But I could beat that. I had a crackhead that you can get to do anything. He'll turn your gas back on, your water, hook up your cable, take the boot off your car. Shout out to Whitehead. Look.
Hey, Prime VA, yes. And then to Andre in the chat, for good.
Look, man.
Let me get back to the clip.
Well, the problem is once we challenge family court, like Hood said, we're going to have to challenge those women too. There's no way around it, man.
And not only that, before we even get that far, like you niggas is the problem. I gotta convince you niggas to fall back. I gotta convince you niggas that there's a problem. I gotta pitch this shit to you niggas in a way that won't hurt your fucking feelings.
Slow down, bro.
I know, but I'm not trying to make it about you personally, Taz. But this is like niggas be getting mad, niggas want to fight, niggas get personal about this shit, and it's like, bro, you niggas are the impediment. Women are fucking women. If niggas form up and set the tone, the women fall out the way. But the niggas are the hard problem. That's really the hard problem.
Right. So until you have the group of men that are willing to be challenged by a group of men, you ain't gonna get nowhere. You have to be willing to be challenged by said group of men. What you're talking about is being in fear of challenging the women and the men. So you're just falling back, complaining, and ain't challenging neither part of it.
You know, right?
You
He really just kind of missed the point, but niggas don't get it. It's why I learned to not be upset no more. Because how mad am I supposed to get at children?
Not even mad at your toddler, dude.
Right.
All I heard from Taz coming out of his mouth is, remember my brother, one fish, two fish. Red fish.
Imagine say you gotta be willing to be challenged by men by Hood challenging you, and you like, yo, nah, I ain't listening.
Yeah. Well, that's wild, man.
Well, you know what I heard. Go ahead, my bad.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, bro. I ain't trying to do niggonomics today. Go ahead, American
man.
Well, here's what I heard was, if you get enough men, I'll follow you. But for right now, I gotta follow these men that disagree with you.
No, he's gonna follow the women until I get enough men. That's literally the wait. Let me just lay it out. Tell me how I'm wrong. But that's kind of how I see it. The men are willing to follow what they see as, the gynocracy, female authority. They believe in the concept of female authority, and I can't shake that from their mind until they see enough men. Like, they really gonna follow the crowd at that point. They're women at that point.
I no, this is where I disagree. The first part, they're gonna follow women. You could have stopped right there. Like the men who have the women, they go. That's why people like, I wish I was a pimp, but you don't want to sell a coochie. You want the coochie for yourself. Like they're gonna follow women, and they're gonna follow women into slavery. Slavery gonna be so easy.
Niggas want to be pimps,
guys for the fucking first time.
Pimping to save the hoes is non-biblical.
Hey, Dirty, they gonna fall in love with their bottom chick.
All pimps do. Like all pimps do.
Like. Look, and then what happens?
I've heard.
But this is why they'll never follow a man. Because what happens after a trick falls in love with the hoe? They try to eliminate the pimp.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll never follow you. He'll always follow the hoe. So you just gotta beat him up. You gotta rule by fear. You can't rule by respect and logic. You gotta rule by fear. Like, look, bro, I'm gonna take your girl away, and if you come forward, I'm gonna kill you. Like, you gotta rule by fear. I give you a girl. Like, I am the coochie partitioner. Like, I assign what coochie you get. That's what slavery was. You work good, you get coochie.
You know what? That's why when I was over on Chaotix that one time, and what's that nigga Hotep or something that be over there talking all the time? Not Hotep Jesus, like R.A. Hotep.
No, you're talking about Ben.
Ben. But that's not his name on screen.
That's the slave name.
Ben asked me something about like what I believe, and I said I'm basically an authoritarian fascist, bro. And that shit set him off so deeply And looking back, I think it's because he understood what I believe technically hates you. And he's maybe right to be offended on that level, but yeah, you niggas are disgusting, bro. I swear to God.
Why? I'm not offended that he hates me. Hate me.
Dirty.
You know what you gotta call
now
it?
that you put it that way, he actually should be offended on that level.
That's what I said. It's all good, bro. I get it.
What you saying, bro? What you
Hey,
saying, bro?
Dirty, like, you know what you gotta call it, right? Don't call it slavery. Call it some kind of like new age monarchy. You know what I'm saying? You probably gotta come up with
you gotta come with freedom in it, like freedom or
No, you got to call it a work. You just call it a workers. No, a workers co-op, man. That's all it is. A workers.
But they want a king though, and it's not even a race thing. They want a king. They want somebody they can blame, but somebody's gonna like make all the crops like come in. They you know what I'm saying, they don't have to do so much work.
Niggas need a king, but they want a queen. Basically.
But
that's just because they want to dress up in their old lady's clothes.
I also agree with that. Have you been to a high school lately, bro? I would have been like, nah, son. I went to get my driver's
dude, I
license.
refuse to go to them anymore.
Bro, I
Yeah,
went
I'm
past
so
a high
glad
school.
My kids go to school with a bunch of white and Asian kids right
Bro.
now. Like,
Dude, even white and Asian kids aren't
as
safe
much
from
as
this.
I really kind of like, I don't even say I hate my baby mama, but I don't really talk shit about
do.
my baby mama because she's
not yours.
supposed to
I
be
hate
doing right
mine.
by the kids. So you're just keeping me away from them while you're doing right by the kids. It's like, bitch, what are you doing? This shit is so weird. But I'm glad they going to school with a bunch of white and Asian kids. My oldest is off to college. Like, oh, you know what? I ain't gonna talk about you crazy.
Gen X and
I will.
millennial mothers really did a number on these kids. I swear to
Bro.
God. May God have mercy on their souls when they cross them to the yonder, because you can't make this ish up how y'all just basically y'all made 1985 just going to a loop like it's Back to the Future.
Yeah, they androgynous, bro. I hadn't been past Chicago Vocational, since Juwan Howard played there. So that's like 1990. I cut school to see Juwan play senior year. Bro, I went past there in 2022 to renew my license, 2021, something like that. Bro, all the boys had on jeggings with dreads that looked, but they was dreaded like girls dreaded it back in the day. It wasn't like AI dreads. It was like to the side parted, like with the split in the middle. And then all the girls had on hoodies and Jordans.
And that's why all these women call men. They always resort back to gay because they know they're raising their sons to be gay.
It's like this. It's like this.
It's weaponized
It's like the
homosexuality. They make you gay, and then they be like, "Ew, you gay."
yeah, like the moms turn the boys into the men that they want, so no other women want them. But really,
they
just
don't want a
turn
man.
them
They
into
want a
girlfriends.
woman with a dick.
No, but they just turn them into girlfriends. Basically, same difference.
Basically,
yeah. Fact.
No.
No, but here's the crazy thing. They do
fix the problem.
Well, you actually have to convince people that there is a problem. That's why the talk is the important first step. Because, like, if niggas don't even, if everybody just think, well, we just gonna love her better, then that's what niggas gonna do forever. And it's like a hamster wheel forever. So you actually got to convince niggas that they've been stupid. You've been trying to solve the problem, doing the same thing over and over again. Nobody really believes it. And then when you try to talk about that, I run into this.
Right, because men aren't challenging.
What do you mean by this?
Challenging a panel on YouTube, which again, I'm saying perfectly fine, but I'm the nigga who will go with you to DC to challenge the fact that fathers don't get the rights they
I call bullshit.
Do you believe that?
from long distance.
Yeah, honestly, I do, only because I've seen video of Taz at like city council things. Taz has shown up in public to do.
That's only because his wife made him go.
I mean, but I was gonna say it was more of a fight racism thing. Like Taz will go if you convince him he can fight white people on the way.
He is going down there for the free hot dogs and the Coca-Cola. They're gonna be
whoa, bro. Whoa, hey, no.
Nah, he's
free
going down
food
there for the
slander.
fat white women.
No free food slander, sir.
Hey, and without getting too deep into the MLK piece, right? But just like what people think MLK is or was, even he would have what they used to call it diplomacy, and would talk to people that openly hated him. Because guess what? It moves the needle, right? You know what I'm saying? And several people have done that throughout time in history.
Who's the famous? I want to say George Lincoln Rockwell. Snowman. Am I saying his name right?
I don't know. Who are you talking about? I don't even know who this guy is.
There's a very he's probably one of the best racists of back in the day. This was like I want to say the 20s.
Are you talking about Norman Rockwell?
No, not Norman. Norman Rockwell is a painter. I say George.
Yeah, but he was
Lincoln
a racist
Rockwell.
painter.
Let's take a look.
Still not the same guy.
We do it live. We do it live. Look, fuck, we do it live.
I don't know. Norman Rockwell's a racist. All them. He used to run Boy Scouts.
George Lincoln Rockwell. Hood. It's George Lincoln Rockwell.
There you go.
Thank you. It is right. He actually, like I said, he was one of the OG, JQ racist guys back in the day. And you know what? He was really more JQ than racist. He just didn't really care for black folk like that. But it was basically a famous photo of him and two other racist guys in full American Nazi uniforms at a Black Power meeting. It was really during the days of what's his name back then?
That is amazing.
He was at a Garvey. That you'll see a picture of three white guys surrounded by black guys, and they're in Nazi uniform. That one guy in the middle, that's George
We
Lincoln
need those
Rockwell,
type of white people
and they
back.
were at the Garvey Black Power meeting because you got to talk to people. Men talk to each other. That's how you end wars.
Man,
we
freaking
need those type of white people back, man.
Or you kill each other. Either or. There's two ways to go.
Hey, old boy did that back in Chicago with the white Confederates, man. You know what I'm saying?
And I've been in Indiana.
Hampton. Fred Hampton. Yeah, like, and then what's funny is even Google will be editing a photo where they're at the meeting. They don't show the Confederate flag no more because people was asking questions, being like, "Hey, why were all these cats talking to each other?" And because they had similar conditions.
No, bro, I told y'all, man. I used to hang out with what they call them, Saxon Knights, bro. Like, men get along until you bring a woman in the room. Men get along until you put a woman in the room. We might not all eat lunch together.
As long as you don't mess with a man's woman or his money, you're pretty well okay.
You right.
God is woman. Well, God and his money. The woman come after the money.
Well, that and also right.
No, here's the problem with that. Here's the black man problem.
Hold on, American Man was trying to jump in.
Well, that and also right is that like the so-called white racist, he'll talk with you, and he wants you to man up to keep your woman and your children over there and in line, so that he doesn't have to racism any extra. And you guys, just stay over there, leave me alone. And we don't have to have any extra racism going on. You boss up on your family.
No, he's
keep
right.
It at a respectable 6, though. Keep it at a respectable 6. We'll crank it to a 9, but we don't really want to do that. I gotta go to work in the morning.
Right.
Well, look, we'll even pay
you to do it. We'll give you the money to stay over there.
It doesn't even have as long as it's at a respectful 6 after 9 p.m. is what it is, because we'll work with you. If you want to be loud during the day when my kids are loud, I don't give a shit. But when I put my kids to bed, you better shut up.
That's just good neighbor stuff. Yeah.
Men can solve racism, but women talk too much to get anything done. That's really we've learned that talking on this panel together over the years. It's mostly the women.
Well, also they got their memories and their feelings, and they will always bring some old shit up. When you
they only have a memory for what they do. They don't ever remember anything they done.
Well, no,
it's only what you've done.
No, the pro-black position. Because think about the age and the generation of everybody on the panel. They literally have memories of a past that they never lived.
And that past,
not just memories, but they have they have an emotional connection to it. They're like they get emotional, like they live the shit, which is wild to me.
Epigenetic
slave cosplay, bro.
No, it's wild to me how you can be so connected to something that you know nothing about other than what other people have told you other people told them.
No. Other women told you.
That's the crazy purple.
I won't go to epigenetics. They tell themselves folk stories and romanticize like the old shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is the way it was. Be like, is that really the way it was? Probably not. You know
Really,
what I'm
that's
saying?
what I'm starting to think.
It
It
was.
really wasn't like they say it was. I mean, things did happen, and that's where they get to kind of lie and exaggerate. But it was the common everyday life wasn't war and struggle and burning. You know, it wasn't Tulsa every single day. But I want to kind of stop for a second because we're gonna wrap up soon. I want to play a little bit more. I want to review as much of this as I can squeeze in tonight.
Saying with you in that fight. Now, where the rest of these bitch ass niggas?
And just as black women, those of us who are community oriented, that's why I said what I said, conservative. But I'm thinking about our community. That's
So
where the
you have a
plan
community
came
with
from.
no fathers.
Wait for it.
No nothing. Just me observing and learning and understanding my people and my community. And if y'all are a strong community, then y'all need to, if y'all want these women, because they out there. I mean, we know they out there, that the women y'all want, but that ain't it. Y'all have to, just like you said, you do got to be a little selfish, because y'all need to take the moment to understand that there might be some shit wrong with me and I need some help so I can have a better relationship and a better life.
She made it.
Really?
A relationship
Really?
with myself,
Right.
not a
Better
woman,
help, man.
not a man. I'm talking about just self.
She's only saying that because she's on a panel. She doesn't
No,
believe
she
that.
literally
She
represented. She literally suggests a better help therapy session at some point. She has to
I
kind
was
of
just
but
gonna
she
say,
just
AKA, you go to therapy. I was just
she
gonna
just
say that.
she
Bro,
just
but
negated what she said like 15 minutes ago.
Close, bro. Close. And if she said community, bro, every time black women say community, I always laugh. It's funny. Yeah, you know what I hate about? You know what I hate about the black slave mythology? Because that's a great definition for it. When black men talk about the slave mythology, they never had a right era. They be like, yeah, because our women got raped. Okay, slavery. And we got lynched. That's Jim Crow. Like, they don't even have a timeline.
Do they even know the raw numbers of lynchings?
See,
Do they even know that white Irish
White
were
guys
lynched
got
too,
lynched
right along
too.
with them?
Yep. Yeah,
No.
listen, they don't
That's
know.
why you my Mick.
Don't say that there aren't women. It doesn't matter, sir. I'm not one of them type of people. My personality doesn't need accolades. I enjoy helping people, honestly. And so for me, I'm just saying, if you like the plan, then implement it. Just like you just finished saying, and you never answered my question.
If
You
she
came up
enjoyed
and
helping,
said,
she wouldn't lie to
I
people.
came up and I asked you, if
Well,
Pearly
me and
Things was black, hold on, baby. If Pearly Things was black and was saying the same shit she was saying, would they listen to her?
Then
Well, do they listen to her now? What is wrong with you?
What's her name?
Look,
King.
nobody
Not at
made
the same
Pearly
rate.
things. She just
No.
figured on her own. So
How
like,
is it an
you got to
individual
build that on
thing,
your
but
own. A
you're
woman,
in
there has to
something
be a
called the
woman who wants that.
manosphere?
If
You
I
can't
don't
keep
understand what
jumping. I know, because what you want to keep doing is you guys are on this fence where, okay, it's the manosphere. I don't agree with everything they say. However, I deal in this circle. And I ask not to be sarcastic, not to be mean, not anything. I'm serious. Why would black men want to follow a woman saying the type of things that she's saying?
I mean, the simple thing is, niggas are not.
Hold on,
Niggas don't
before
always
you
get
go,
like
hood server,
the
shout out to Voice of Venus.
I would never suggest to you, and I've been successful in all of my situations, brother. You're very, very submissive, and you're being controlled. You're allowing again, no disrespect.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
You're allowing what it sounds like an ungrateful.
All right, this is kind of where Taz says something crazy. Let me go back. His past, Fantastic just joined the panel, and he's a lot more solid in this conversation. We don't need Pastor up here. Fantastic could have done this by himself too.
Can we not? What is wrong with me wanting to help people and others that's like that? Is a general statement,
nothing.
because it's like, but then but Pastor said
It's not about you.
I
It's not about
don't
you, though.
need to do this. I need to stand with you. And that's what I'm asking.
But
like,
remember,
can you break
remember what Pastor's accusation was. His attack and my attack too was, you want to help how you want to help, and he's saying help with this, and you're like, and the whole point is fine, but that means I should not approach you with a problem like this because you benefit from the state of affairs. And it is dangerous to me attempting to solve the problem when you're claiming to be my ally, but you benefit from my pain. And so it's a weird game to play. Let's not play that. This is why earlier I said, you know what? It's really not the women. I actually got to talk to the men.
They know what white privilege is now.
You know what's so crazy?
We need the women, dog. We need them to realize how much this shit got to work. This shit.
Oh my God. We need the women.
Wait.
We need mama.
Let me say two things. I'm gonna let y'all rock. Number one, if Just Pearly Things was black, should be Melanie King. Nobody has no smoke for Melanie King. And or Jessica X should be.
Nah, that's not true because black women hated them too.
Oh, okay. Black women hate everything though. I mean, they women.
They hate themselves.
I know, and it's so easy and that's why I hate them, and that's why we have phenomenal sex. You hate you, I hate you. We match energy.
I know, right, man? Me too.
But Hood, I just appreciate you. I learned something. I'm a black woman supporter now. I am. And I'm gonna tell you why. And I've always said this: black women can help you or they can fuck you, but they can't do both. So when she talk about how she want to help the black man, not the nigga she fucking. So you gotta. I'm about to pimp or die. This is why pimps don't put their dick in the holes. I'm about to pimp or die. I'm changing my whole format. I love you, black queen. Well, I can't call y'all queens. I love y'all, black secretaries. I love y'all. Come to death, bro.
Anyone else?
I don't believe that they want to help, be honest with you, because if they wanted to help, they wouldn't lie to you.
They don't lie. Women lie to themselves. Men lie to women. Women lie to themselves.
That's right. No, they would help us if they then keep on deleting our offspring and our future.
You worried about the wrong shit, bro. We already doing beige babies 2025. You worried about the pussy. Put these bitches back in slavery, bro.
I'm just kicking schematics.
See, you worry about the wrong shit. That's nigga shit. We ain't black. Look, let them kill their babies and fuck their felons. I'm cool with that. They'll help the cause and they try to sleep with the because it's all a power thing. It's all a control thing. They want to help you so they can fuck you and fuck up your life. Keep your dick to yourself. Pimp or die, right? Mm-hmm. Pull up with two white girls, you know what I mean, with dog collars on. Let them see how it's supposed to be. Let them be mad at you, whatever. Right. As long as they know, Photoshop. PowerPoint, and keep it pimping. What Philip Jackson? I gotta call him Philip because when I call him Phil Jackson, y'all think the coach. Philip Jackson used to run an organization called Black Star Project. And it was a struggling nonprofit in Chicago. And I met him in the early 2010s. He was my liaison so I could mentor public schools, right? So I pull up in the office in like 2014. I pull up to see Phil, get a free donut. And all of a sudden he got new computers, a better desk. He got more kids. The whole office got refurbished. I'm like, Phil, you getting some money? He said, yeah, man, I got some better employees. And he has cubicles now. Nigga never had cubicles. It's a big room with tables. Now he got cubicles and file cabinets. I'm like, oh, shit. I look at him. He said, man, yeah, I got new employees. 2 white girls at a cubicle, not talking to none of the other black people. There are only 2 white people in there. He said, man, them white girls get me like $3 million a year. So I let these black girls run around taking care of the kids, wiping it, taking them to the bathroom. But them white girls right there. He said, man, folks, get you some white girls. You're too smart for black people. Get you some white girls and ball out. He said, but don't tell nobody else.
That's wild, man. But it's funny.
It's the truth. And he in Chicago, so that confirms that we are talking about not only the black woman, but
I want to know what gave you the right to sell off my people.
Hey, man.
Nah, they just they employees, man. They ain't slaves. Yeah. Hey, they freely participate in the labor market, man.
Just chalk it up as your get back.
Nah, they was getting paid. They had cubicles.
Oh, we ain't get our get back yet, Snowman. We ain't get our get back yet.
Don't even start with that shit.
Look, what is it? You remember that movie Dangerous Mind? It was like every white woman's dream, man, to go and save an inner city school, man.
Dude, I never looked at Michelle Pfeiffer the same again after that movie.
That's why
I used to be in love with that.
Told that story. You gotta get liberal white chicks to really bang it out for you because they care.
What about Freedom Riders with Hillary Swank?
Yeah, both of them got knocked off my stroke worthy list.
Hey, bro, and,
You know, there
that's
was
why I
a
say
meme I
white
seen
women.
going around. Some white girl was like arrested at a protest, like the very first ever. That's like the meme, like the first white woman to be arrested at a protest, and they kind of booked her on some kind of insanity charges. Because why would a white woman want civil rights? Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Hey, everybody need a Rachel Dolezal in a corner, bro. That's all I'm saying. You know what?
Oh man, she had a hell of an arc, didn't she? Man, she
Bro,
was doing good, and then she started scamming, man.
and black women took her down, and she became a full black woman. She became a Keisha. She went from
Hey,
a
did
Rachel
they
to a Keisha.
did
You
they
know what
arrest
though?
a white woman back in the 60s though?
I don't know.
That was like
I
in the
know.
50s, maybe.
I know
No,
Patrice
60,
O'Neal
you know,
had
with the
it.
hippie bitches. You know what I'm saying? The
I
hippie
wasn't
bitches.
alive in the '60s, so I can't recall.
Oh, we
Yeah, I
got
wouldn't.
Well,
YouTube.
because before the hippies, they had like the beatniks or whatever. Like they,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
it was a movement already before they started running naked in the park.
Yep, you're right. The beatniks.
I don't know. I know white women helpful, and I got that from. You know what? Same year I saw that. Same year Phil Jackson told me that. I saw the Patrice O'Neal was already dead. When I saw Elephant in the Room, he said you got to get your white women. White women always trying to save something. Save the
Hey,
dog, save the whale, save the niggas.
hey, caveat, dirty caveat. They can be, but we see the awfuls running around here, man. All they do is
Yeah,
they
man.
got like the
Yeah.
opposite of the Midas touch, man.
Yeah.
We just gotta give them the Jack Johnson treatment again. You know what I'm saying? They gotta get back to.
Yo,
Bad, bro. It's not that all black women are horrible people. It's they all toddlers.
Majority.
Like nobody, like not well, 80% are kind of horrible.
85.
But I'm gonna go to 80-20 rule. But it's not that. It's the fact that you can get help from anybody, but you can't fuck them. Like when I sleep with them girls that got two master's degrees going for their doctorate and all that shit, bro, useless. They be cool as shit till I fuck. Now you don't know how to read. First you was helping tutor. Give you some dick. Now you don't know how to spell cat. Like dick makes them unhelpful. You got to make a choice. So, you know.
Quick question: have any of you guys saw that video on Instagram where this dude air fries 2 live crabs through in a see-through air fryer?
For what?
Yeah, dude, it's wicked, dude. Like you literally watch them die in real life being cooked.
That's what I'm gonna look that up.
That's like the snuff porn white man.
But yo, but yo, I every time I hear a black woman say I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna think of this chick. I want to help you, right? I want to help you raise your ugly children, and you beat us and you kill us, right? Like, yo, anytime I hear a black woman say I want to help you, I'm gonna think of this chick, bro.
Hey, look,
Like,
look. These niggas don't get her help. Is just a bid for dominance and leadership, bro.
Yeah.
She helping you. You
American
need
Man
her.
and Hood, American Man and Hood. Do y'all remember that black female therapist that wanted to help black men a couple of years?
Oh, yo, we got her up out of here. Like the internet.
No,
niggas
white
did
women
her
got up
dirty.
out of here. White women got her up out of here.
Yeah, you know what? It was ultimately a white woman who did the real
Again,
work. Got in her shit.
dude,
White
it was
women
a white
saved the
woman that
black
got
man
rid of
too.
Cynthia G.
I'm about to say that. I was just about to say.
Man, peace to the white woman. I'm gonna give me 2 white women. I don't know why I was bullshitting when Philip Jackson told me that. I'm gonna give me 2 white women in an office space. Look, the whole thing about black woman help is you got to keep your foot on her neck because she'll always try to
You do
finesse
that, you gonna fuck around and end up on child support, dirty.
No, my foot on her neck. Nah, look,
I'm
like this
talking
is what
about
black.
getting 2 white women and starting an office space.
I mean, damn, probably. But I ain't gonna be on child support because it's my baby or her baby. If she keep the baby, then I fire her and then I quit. Anyway, look. So I had a black girl talking about she wanted to be my treasurer. I'm like, all right, you can do the numbers. She was like, yeah, so you should put the account in my name. Oh, whoa, Kimosabe. But this is the type of shit they do to try to finesse you. Like, I'll be the treasurer, put the book on my name, or I'll be the administrator, put your business under my name. So that's a big one.
I had a baby mama get mad at me for not putting her on my fucking bank account.
Bro, black women love to tell black men that he should put a business in her name so he can get minority contracts. I'm like, bitch, look at my skin.
Yeah, they can't take it from you if it's in my name.
Like, bitch, I am the minority contract. I'm a binary lesbian. I know what I'm saying. African American. I'm DEI, nigga. DEI
I,
dirty.
I don't know if that's gonna work under Trump's new joint,
I
man.
know. I think that might be dead right now, bro. You had your shot, bro. You should have transitioned
Yeah.
last year, bro.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
I've been
Like,
transitioned to binary lesbian because of
yeah,
David
man.
I'm a transgender lesbian that presents as a male.
Hey, they going
That
after
whole thing is over,
the
bro. And you know what's funny? Zero. We had this saying around the manosphere. Zero was right because look, there was on the Bernard Riley show. Zero. Yeah, there was this guy. He doesn't really do much content, but he was really sharp about a lot of things, and he was pointing out the way the sort of social vibes were trending. And then a couple of years go by, and a lot of things he was saying was right about, like with the weirdness of the transgenderism and all that. And now though, lucky we have a Trump, and it looks like, you know, it's not gonna be as weird as it was before. He really attacking the DEI stuff. I was gonna do a show about that. Trump is low key making life hard for black people right now, but you know, shout out.
I think it is fucking phenomenal.
Hold on. Is he making life hard for black people?
Like I said, I don't love these niggas, man.
Hey, look, but dirty. We need to consult to Dirty's definition on this. Women, gays, and felons, man.
Hey, every time a black woman cries, a demon gets its wings.
Hey, and also too, man. Have you seen the video of the chick, you know, bragging about getting her $3,500 in food stamps?
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
how she turned on the waterworks, and then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, she got to pay all that money back, and then talking about she really hungry now. I'm like,
I don't believe she hungry. She's still too fat. When she come back 100 pounds down,
Yeah, I'll believe
then
she's
I'll
hungry when her
believe she's
stomach is
hungry.
eating. When her stomach starts eating her back, I'll believe she's hungry.
so she ain't got no Ozempic money, so she lose some weight, man. It's because times are really hard.
It's all gonna be in the face. True, we'll know it.
What you're going to see is she won't lose weight, but her kids will.
Oh yeah, the girls gonna eat the boys. That's how these boys so skinny and the girls so fat.
Y'all talking about this one right here?
We made me a damn order. As most of y'all know, I do not have a car, so I have to get everything
No,
delivered.
not that one.
Y'all can see, I've been waiting for the 17th to come for so long, y'all. First, I didn't even think I was gonna get them because I had been waiting for the approval. They had not sent me no paper saying like I was approved or denied. When I checked my card at 12 o'clock in the morning, I was happy as fuck. I instantly made me a damn Walmart order. As most of y'all know, I do not have a car, so I have to get everything delivered to my house. I got 60 items for $440. Now, this is not
You
everything
bought that
I'm
bitch
getting
out of
today.
shop.
I did say that you can't go over 100 items. I got to do 2 separate orders. This is the
Now,
first order. Last night
do you
was
know
the
what the
last
problem
meal
is?
that I had to eat.
Hold
When
on,
I
hold
tell
on.
you I'm about to
You
eat so
paying for that
motherfucking
shit.
good tonight, y'all don't even understand. I'm about to make a whole motherfucking Chipotle bowl. For the people that got something to say about food stamps, baby, y'all mad because y'all can't get none. That's just that. As most of y'all know, I have 4 kids and they're under 5, so y'all know I'm getting a couple dollars from their ass. For the people that think that they too good to get food stamps, is y'all cool? Free food? Is y'all cool?
Wait.
This is all the things that I did get y'all. This is just the
Pause.
Look, all junk.
I was
Now,
gonna
wait.
say,
Factory
How
made
she's
food.
look.
What?
Y'all shut the fuck up. Hold on. How she's a stay-at-home mom and getting food stamps? First question.
That's
no,
it.
I'm not
She's
tripping on
at
that
home.
part. I'm not
Hey,
tripping on. I'm not
She
tripping on
didn't
that.
say she was
I
married. She
expect a
said she stays
stay-at-home
at
mom to get
home.
food stamps these days.
Yeah, if you're not working, you can food stamps. That's not it. And the pictures is 1,000 words. That's what I was gonna say to Hood. I mean to Snowman. These bitches can't cook, bro.
Anything, dude.
Bro, anywhere.
I bet they get pre-made fucking sausage gravy, man.
Bro, I sweat everything microwave dinner. Bro, I be in the line behind these
Dude,
bitches.
they're trying to kill you, dude, by giving you a radiated food out of the microwave.
Bro, and look, man, and it's my girl, man. Love to Shy. Girl Shy from Playboy Love. That's my home girl. She invited me over her crib for dinner and a smash. I get over there. I swear to God, bro. She been planning this since Tuesday. Like Friday, come over there. I'm gonna take a shower. We gonna eat naked. Woo woo. I get to her crib on Friday. I swear to God, she gave me a hungry man dinner. It was either fish sticks or chicken.
Couldn't even give you McDonald's. You got hungry.
Bro, I
man.
was so motherfucking mad. My head started hurting. I laid on that couch and fell asleep, bro. I was so mad. I needed to, because I wanted to choke her. Like, bitch, I've been waiting
Dude,
all
I
week
would have
for
punched her right in her pussy.
When I woke up, she was in a towel. Talking about, I took a shower. I had my booty in your face, all type of shit. You wouldn't even wake up. I was like, bitch, if I woke up, I'd have choked you. What the fuck? I never even hit. because I was so mad over these goddamn fish sticks. Bro. These bitches cannot.
You got Hungry Man fish sticks.
Yo, all I see is
slapped her in the pussy with that
high
Hungry Man dinner.
cholesterol. I see high blood pressure. I see clogged arteries. They I know that she ain't got no Pepto-Bismol on that mess. And
Yo, guys, this was pointed out in the 80s. This was pointed out in the 80s. Who gave the most fight to eating better?
Yeah, remember Shahrazad Ali? They hated
Yep.
her when she pointed all these
Yep.
things out.
Yep. They pointed to her like she was some kind of demon, man.
Yep.
Because they wanted to be lazy. They wanted to be lazy.
Didn't they even demonize Oprah for losing weight?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And Lizzo. And it
No,
literally said,
but Lizzo proved and shout out to Hood for saying that. Lizzo proved the shaming works.
It does.
Make shaming great again, man.
Yeah, we got bully
Dale.
chicks, bro.
I forgot
That's
about
really
Dale.
what they don't want us to do. You got to bully them to make
Let's
them
make
better.
bullying great again, folks.
Adele,
Man.
she was getting bullied and teased.
And
guess
Adele
what?
looks
You
good
walked
as fuck
away
now.
and got
Yeah,
some
you see
black
what
man.
bullying does, right? Look, she got her a black man. She in shape, looking good. I'm telling you, man. Anyway, listen, I got to get up out of here, man. It's getting super late. It's way past my bedtime. But I
Real
had to.
quick, I just want to ask Dirty if he was sure those were fish sticks he was smelling or coochie.
bro, it was fish. Bro, I didn't even eat, and then it come with that little burnt ass brownie. Like I was so, bro.
Oh, that
I'm
was
mad
the
at
real. That was real.
That was a
Hungry
mud
Man.
pie. That wasn't a brownie.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
mad.
because you know what? It's like raw in the tray and it bakes in the microwave, bro.
Bro,
Yeah, it's like an easy bake oven fucking brownie.
hey, Hood. Can you put that Cavassier Jay Cavassier tweet on up there?
Hold on, what tweet we talking about?
The very last one.
Oh, you said a tweet. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Now, to be fair, I did not put the fish stick in my mouth. I told you I got a headache and laid down. I was so.
He got a headache, so he laid his head right down next to some more seafood.
Bro, and I really
Nigga got a headache like a shit, bro. He said, my head hurts. I can't. I just can't. I'm not in the mood.
But look, I don't mind eating fish sticks if I pop up like after school and I make, bro, when you expect something for 4 days, you don't spend off on your dip.
Dude, Dirty had her pubic hair looking like some sour cream dip without the nachos and shit.
Oh man!
As you fed me right, I
when
would
a
have,
chick
bro.
say something like we gonna eat and we gonna smash, I'm expecting like some meat and some potatoes. You know what I mean? I need energy for this mission. I'm expecting.
Well,
you
it
really,
sounds to me like she had plenty
do
of meat and
something.
potatoes.
Spaghetti?
Homie, you gonna
fish
get
sticks? Nah, bro, nah.
Hey,
You have
I need
4
pasta,
days.
you gonna get a
you know.
fish sticks.
You gonna get half a packet of
You one of the
Flavor
big
Aid.
She couldn't even get you one of the big Marie
Yeah.
Callender's pot pies that'll fill you
Bro,
up. Man.
bro.
Dumb shit.
I
She
feel like you
coulda
don't
got
even
away.
like me. You're just trying to use me for some cheap dick.
Dude, she didn't even. She wouldn't even get you pizza rolls. What the fuck?
And she could have had it. I wanted to give
She got you some great value brand fucking minced up fucking fish meat.
Hey,
Listen,
Carmen
this
has
dick
a
is
question,
worth more
Dirty.
than fish
No,
sticks,
it
bro.
was not a high school
I'm with
story.
you. I'm with you.
This was in
My dick is worth way more than
2012,
fish
my
sticks and a
nigga.
burnt
I'm
brownie.
with you, dude. Dirty, you have every
I
right to
almost
be
got the
mad,
end
and
of
if
the
that girl
world,
comes
bro.
up missing, dude, I will not. I don't blame you.
Carmen, I was 33 years old and this bitch gave me fish sticks.
I don't know how you kept your composure and didn't give her a black eye,
Because I went to sleep. That's why I laid down. I couldn't take
dude. If that would have been me, she would have been looking like a fucking raccoon, a goddamn trash panda by the time I was done.
You know, it's funny. It could be worse, but probably not much. Not much. You ever had a
Look,
French
this
toast?
is why you should have never took the right for men to beat their wives away from them.
Hey,
This is what happened.
Listen, we
Hey,
go.
Dirty,
we going to paywall this thing, but I gotta wrap this up, man. We gotta shut this thing down, man. It is fun joking about. We the only people that joke about DV. I feel like there's a weird space here.
No, we just testifying
Nobody
the
else
church of misogyny, Hood.
We are. This is the church. This is the church. You had a sermon today. We did a sermon.
I was going to say, didn't the Bible say to beat your slave properly?
Bro, she wasn't my slave though. Like she just owed me that.
Well, she was,
got
dude.
mad.
She was your Rent-A-Center slave. You
Oh,
were making
God.
payments on her.
She was
Now she had
oh,
owed
she
me.
was auditioning and she failed.
Yeah,
Hey,
she owed me
hey,
some
you know,
pussy. I put it on
hey,
layaway. And then she owed it to me, and then she came back and was like, "Yo, I got that coochie that you ordered." And I'm like, "I ordered that shit like 8 years ago." She was like, "Well, it's available today." Like, I'm like, "All right, I'll
See,
come
that's
pick
the
it up."
problem is you fucking you fucking stopped and dude. You should have told her to fucking kick mud.
No, what happened?
I hit a woman for the first time in my life, and I'm having fun.
It is fun. It's a lot of
I was
fun.
supposed to smash her. No, I was supposed to smash her the first day I met her. And we got to her crib. She get all the way down to her panties. And she was like, "You fuck Shauna." You know the rapper Shauna. She's like, "You fuck Shauna." I'm like, "What the fuck told you?" She's like, "I know you fuck Shauna, nigga. Whoa, you ain't giving no pussy because you fuck Shauna." I'm like, "What Shauna gotta do it too?" So she kicked me out. So I didn't talk to
So
her.
you decided to go back? You're a dumbass.
Well, that's a hell of
So,
a tease,
we
man.
didn't talk. So we didn't talk for like 8 years, and then she
Dude,
ended
the
up being
fact
my
that you didn't
Facebook
talk for
friend.
8 years is a red flag in and of itself.
But I
Hey,
wasn't
look.
trying to stay. I was trying to lay. I just wanted the coochie she owed me.
Hey,
So it's
hey,
like,
look,
I
look.
Nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break.
I don't know how this ninja can have so much
we
good
are
advice
done,
and screw
gentlemen.
up.
No, we are done. We are so done. We are
I took
absolutely
that
done.
chick
I have
to
to
the
go.
Museum of
I
Science
have
and
to
Industry. The
go.
tickets is $12 a piece, and then I fed her, but I didn't pay for it because I went to the
Just
library.
end it, Hood. He won't shut up.
She didn't.
Done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.